Start live. Let me just set the camera a little bit like this. Yes. Yeah, it's. I think I overdressed. It's not as cold as it normally is, but yeah. You want to try a social experiment? Nice. Can you come a bit into view? Nice. I love it.
Hi,
Hi. What's your name, by the way?
Emmy.
Nice to meet you. I'm
Nice
Chip.
to meet you.
How about you?
I'm Todd.
Todd?
Todd.
Todd.
T-O-D-D.
Oh, nice to meet you,
You
Todd.
too.
So, how do I find this? So I'm gonna ask you a set of questions to get you to think more. But before I do that, do you have any social cause that you care about, that you're passionate about?
Social cause?
Yeah, maybe like women's rights or LGBTQ rights or stuff like that.
I mean, I'd say both of those.
Yeah.
Both of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I like that. Okay. So the social experiment is about power and the ethics of power. So in order to make this conversation easier, I will ask, do you have a favorite superhero?
Yes.
I do.
Can I?
Should we do yours or mine?
Well, you could do yours first.
I like Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, I don't know the Guardians of the
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Should I
That's
do a
fine.
new
Star-Lord.
one?
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
Star-Lord. Okay, how about you?
I like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Okay, I like that. Would you say that both of these superheroes have power over us?
Yes.
If they're real.
If
Yes.
they're real,
Yeah.
if they would be real, they would
Yeah.
have power over us. Okay, okay. So, do you think that with great power comes great responsibility? I know, throwback to
Spider-Man
Spider-Man. I know, throwback to
Yes.
Right
Spider-Man.
from it, yes.
But what does this mean actually? What does with great power having great responsibility actually mean?
It means when you do have an incredible power, it's your obligation to use it for the
Good.
good of man, not, for
Evil.
bad things. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Would it be safe to assume that the first and foremost responsibility is that you don't abuse your power?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And in that sense, do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
No.
No. Okay, I like that. So I'm going to throw a set of hypotheticals your way now. Given the superheroes that you said, I'll just say Spider-Man because I forgot the
That's
other one.
fine.
I'm sorry.
All good. All good.
I'll just say Spider-Man. So let's just say Spider-Man wants to take somebody back to their home against their will. Would you find that ethical?
Not
No.
at all.
Not at all. Okay. Okay. What if this person that the Spider-Man wants to take back to their home is in a situation where they're passed out, maybe drugged, or mentally challenged, or somehow they can't remember or can't give consent?
Then still no.
Still
Yes,
no.
Definitely not.
Okay, I like that. What if the person looks different? They have a different skin color, they have a lot of hair or something on their body?
Makes
Did
no.
they-
It makes
It
no
just-
difference.
If there's no
Okay.
consent, then no.
Never.
Okay, bear with me. It will make sense. Okay,
Okay.
I
Okay.
like that. What if Spider-Man really wants to do it? They really want to take home this person. Does it make sense?
No Peter Parker.
No.
No. Okay. Okay. What if it benefits Spider-Man? Somehow it gives him pleasure to take this person back to their place.
It
No.
still isn't right.
Okay, I like that. What if there's a whole league of superheroes and they all want to do it? They all want to take people back to their home.
No.
Does it make it no? So
No,
if
still
everybody
doesn't
does it,
make it
doesn't
better.
make it
No,
better.
not
Okay,
at all.
I like that. And what if it's legal for them to do it? What if it's legal for them to take them back to their
They
home?
still can't abuse.
Still not right.
Okay, so legality doesn't really change it. Okay, and what if they've been doing it for a while now and it's part of a tradition? Does it?
Well, as having significant powers above other people, they still should not, especially should not do it.
Okay, so we've established that no matter how the person looks like, no matter what state they're in, whether they can understand it or not, if the person of power wants to do it because it benefits them or because it's normal to them, the powerful should not exert the power onto the weaker, right?
Right.
Okay, I like that. Maybe even they should protect them in that sense, right?
Exactly.
Okay, and my question, why I do this whole experiment is, and I'm not trying to catch up on this one because I used to participate in it too, but what do you think about the animals that we sent into the slaughterhouse for us? Do you think we have power over them?
We don't.
We don't.
We do. Yes, we most certainly
unfortunately
do.
do.
Yes.
Do you think we exert this power over them?
The more I learn about what we do as humans to animals in slaughterhouses and in general, yeah, I think something should be done to either limit it or you're never going to be able to absolve it completely. But I do feel that it's an abuse that we're doing to animals, the way we're treating and eating.
I like that. So given that you said all this, what do you think your responsibility in the matter is? What do you think you can do about it?
Well, I should do more. Like my wife and I try to eat less meat
Yeah.
because of that, but yeah, it's hard to go straight up vegetarian or vegan
Yeah.
or whatnot. So our part, we've been spreading the word about how horrible slaughterhouse activities are and
Yeah.
whatnot, and just try to get people to understand that and maybe eat a little bit less.
And there's the Netflix documentary about how actually eating greens is more energy for you and stuff. So I've had a lot of people spread that my way and stuff.
Yeah, so you touched upon veganism, by the way. Do you know what veganism is?
Yes, no meat, no
Nothing
poultry,
that was-
no milk, no nothing. Right.
Yeah, that's true. So veganism is a moral principle where we oppose the idea that animals should be commodified, that animals should be exploited. So in that sense, that means we don't pay for any industry that exploits animals. That includes for food, for clothing like leather or fur, and or even for entertainment, because there's entertainment who also still use animals for their. Does any of that relate to you?
Not directly. No. I mean, we use leather and things like that.
Yeah.
So we're not. I mean, obviously not vegan, but. And I hate to cut you short, but my wife is giving me an evil eye to go.
That's okay. I won't keep you too long. But like, do you understand that what the issue is? That we force these animals, and we don't need to, right? Because we don't need to do any of these to do. In the case of leather, we can choose materials that are made of plants, like cotton and all of this.
And we can make food
And
that
it can
tastes like
still
meat.
look like
And
And
leather, yeah.
exactly, without using animals. And I know you said that you reduced it, and that's already a great step in the right direction. Just keep in mind that even if you eat once a week, that one animal that goes into the slaughterhouse on your behalf, do you think that to them it matters that you eat once a week or that you eat
yeah,
every day?
that's true. That is true.
Right?
It doesn't.
It doesn't. So in that sense, reducing it, while it's a good step overall, to the individuals it doesn't really matter. And to put it in the same perspective that I started with Spider-Man, imagine that Spider-Man just does this once a week. Does it make any difference? It's obviously better if he does it than every day.
Yeah.
But it's still not. It's still a violation of that person's rights, right?
No,
Just
that's
like
true.
it is for these animals.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have any questions about veganism? Maybe I can help you out.
No, not really. My wife was vegan or did a vegan lifestyle for a little while, so we're pretty familiar.
You're pretty familiar. Can I give you some cards to look further into it?
Sure.
Okay. Do you have any favorite pet? Dog?
Dog.
Cat? Dog? Okay, like nice. Okay, so let me just tell you real quick. What you have here is if you scan this code or go here, there's a thing called the most important speech you will ever hear. I urge you to watch that. It's a guy from US. Where are you guys from, by the way?
US.
US, nice. So there's this guy, an animal rights activist, much like myself, who went to a university, held a speech. Somebody filmed it, put it up online. It's got, I think, like 1 million views. It's a pretty good speech. And it talks about the animal industry. It doesn't have a lot of gruesome content, maybe very, very little. But it's important that we know what happens in these industries, because once you know, you can decide for yourself whether you want to participate in that or not, right?
Okay.
Because like eggs, dairy, a lot of people think that meat is the only one that kills the animals, but the reality is that all of them exploit and slaughter these animals in pretty horrific ways. So please take a look at that.
Okay.
And if you need further help, there's Challenge 22 there that can, if you subscribe to it, they send you recipes every day on how to to sustain a vegan diet. Just so that because it takes 22 days to change a habit, so for most people it's a habitual problem. And you even have personalized help. Somebody can log in with you on the Discord server and help you even further. You have particular needs or anything. There's nutritionists there
Okay,
and all of it.
we gotta go.
Okay, just
Thank
keep
you.
in mind that while you consume animal products, animals will go into slaughterhouse for you now.
I know.
Okay? Okay?
Thank you.
Have a good one. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I saw Lucy's stream. I did not want to interfere with her stream, honestly. I don't know how that happened, that we intervened. I'm sorry. Hey, Earth Poets, how are you doing? I mean, the conversation I just had, they seem pretty open-minded. I gave them a card, they had to go, so what does the sign say? The sign says, let's do a social experiment. I'm doing a social experiment, come talk to me. That's what the sign says. So I think that went actually pretty well. That like I see when I find people who seem pretty open-minded, like these two were. I like to do the whole experiment, and it's also pretty early on, so there's people are still not too drunk. Hi, you want to give it a try? There's a lot of people here. Oh my God. I don't know what happened, so. On the Ficon, the letters on the board should be a lot bigger. They're pretty big, actually. You can read them from pretty far away. You want to try? I could also do the would you rather, by the way. Three-burger dude said he first was vegetarian when he was high. So maybe being drunk during our reach is not that bad, lol. Yeah. By the way, in preparation for this, I actually took a little 1.5 hour nap today. Oh my God. So I feel pretty, I don't look very energetic, but I am pretty energetic. It's still cold over there. It's like 14 degrees. It's not that cold. I think I'm a bit overdressed. I'll take off my my jacket in a second. Actually, you know what? I'll take it off now. Get the protein meat defending guns outside. Yeah, exactly. I actually think this blouse kind of works in that favor a lot, huh? Let's see. They stopped really fast and now I see like not a lot of people are stopping, but let's see. We have to have patience. Justin Viola says, no protein though argument today for sure. Let's hope so. The previous discussion was actually pretty good. I should probably cut that on. I've been wanting to do Chip, I'm feeling inspired by your work. I've got zero excuse for sitting inside watching you do outreach when I can charge my camera, etc., and set up my TV and do it too. Thanks for leading by example. Yeah, as vegan, you don't even need to charge all that. You can just get a camera, go outside, even with your phone, and record a conversation. You know, the reality is that I don't have any footage on me, but you can just start conversations with people. Hey, you want to try? You can just start conversations with people. Some people are willing. So I think I'm going to try the Would You Rather right now. I'm going to put the Would You Rather cards just to get people, just to lure people in. Now it says, let's play Would You Rather. What do you guys think? Let's play Would You Rather or the social experiment sign would work better? I tend to think that this one might draw a bit of a more crowd. The thing is, a lot of people are still eating, I think. It's 9 p.m. though, kind of weird to eat at this time, but yeah. The bike lane is still open. Dandelion Gum says, would you rather is probably more attractive. Yeah, so in this square, by the way, there's a couple of bike lanes, and they usually close them in the evening because there's just so much foot traffic that people... You want to try? Oh, let's do it. So, what's your name, by the way?
You can call me Dida.
Say again?
Dida.
Dida?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Dida. Okay, so I'm going to ask you 5 would you rather questions.
Okay.
Midway, you're going to realize what the topic is, and maybe we can have a bit of a conversation. How does that sound?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so would you rather be a cat or a dog?
Dog.
Can I ask why?
Because I think most people prefer to pet dogs instead of cats. They're more friendly, I think, and easily to be trained compared to cats.
No, which one would you rather be, not which one would you rather have?
I would still rather be a dog because I think appearance-wise they're cuter to my eyes.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I also like dogs more, so I understand that. Okay, would you rather be able to talk to animals temporarily or temporarily take one of their enhanced senses or capabilities?
Temporarily talk to animals
Okay, can I ask why?
because I don't think there's any much of the senses that they have that I want to have, or maybe I don't see any. I'm not really an animal person, by the way. So, yeah, to be able to talk to them for a while, at least I can know what's their point of view from their world.
Oh, interesting, interesting. Okay. Would you rather have the intelligence of a pig or that of a dog?
Of a dog.
Would you be surprised to find out that pigs are actually more intelligent than dogs?
Wow, yes.
Yeah, so there's footage online, you can check it out yourself, where there's pigs lifting up gates, pigs working together to free other pigs, or pigs even gathering, like in sanctuaries, pig getting flowers from the field and bringing them back to decorate their homes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty intelligent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, and the next question is a bit of a hard one.
Okay.
So, would you rather be a well-fed farm animal whose life is cut severely short when the farmer says you're worth more dead than alive, or a wild animal who is mostly starving but you get to live your life free for however you want and as long as you can?
Yeah, I'd rather be a wild animal because even as a human, I think I'd rather be someone who is not so strictly controlled. So, yeah, if I was a farm animal and then they would like, I would know when I'm gonna die, and it's gonna be, my lifespan is gonna be way shorter than if I'm a wild animal, and at least I can do much more with more space as a wild animal.
Yeah, I would say I value freedom. That's why I would also choose wild animal. It sounds to me like kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
as
same
yourself,
thing.
right?
Yeah. I didn't use the right word.
Nice. Okay, so and the final question is, if you had to choose a farm animal in today's world, which one would you choose? A cow for dairy, a cow for meat, a chicken, or a pig?
A chicken.
A chicken?
Yeah.
Okay, can I ask why?
Sorry, the question was.
If you could choose to be a farm animal in
Okay.
today's world,
Okay.
which farm animal would you be?
Okay, sorry, I changed my answer. I think I'll be a cow.
A cow, like
Yeah.
for meat or for dairy?
For dairy.
Okay. Do you know anything about the dairy industry?
Not really, but a little bit, I think.
So why? I'll just tell you in a nutshell. There's a lot of people don't know. So cows get forcefully. Cows, in order to produce milk, they have to have a baby. They're mammals, just like you and me. In order to produce milk, farmers don't just wait for them to decide to get pregnant, but rather they forcefully impregnate them. So somebody puts their hands in their anus, holds their cervix, and injects bull semen in their vagina.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the artificial insemination, the forceful insemination. And after 9 months, when the baby is born, if the baby is a male, they go to the slaughterhouse because they're useless to the industry.
Okay.
Or sometimes they get grown up to a year or a year and a half, and then the same, they go to the slaughterhouse.
Okay.
If they're female, they get put in the same cycle as their mothers, year over year, forceful impregnation,
Okay.
up until like 6 to 8 years, depending on the farm, depending on the breed, when they can, farmers can no longer justify keeping them alive financially, so because they don't produce as much milk as they need to, so they also go to their slaughterhouse.
Okay.
Yeah, so and they can live up to 20 years, so they don't live even half their life. So I guess you realize why I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
raise
yeah.
awareness about what animals go through from the animal industry,
Okay.
and
okay.
trying to
Sorry
spark
for animal
conversations.
abuse.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. You mentioned animal abuse. Would you say that yourself are against animal abuse?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, and I'm not trying to catch up on this one, but do you think you can be against animal abuse while simultaneously paying for it?
maybe, if unconsciously.
Unconsciously.
Yeah.
Okay. And given what you've heard just now about the dairy industry, and you possibly know about all the others, that obviously when you buy meat products, animals do die for those, and they they get treated badly, and they die for something that is obviously optional because we can survive and thrive without any of these animal products.
Okay.
So my question to you is, what is keeping you from not participating in all of this?
In participating in what? Sorry.
In all of this, in this industry, in supporting this industry with your money, in paying for animal products.
Okay. Why should I not?
Yeah. Why? Not why should you not? Like, what would get you to stop paying for this?
Oh, okay. More knowledge, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, this was good knowledge.
Oh, I like that. I
And
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, very informative. I'll have to find out more, read about it more. So
Okay. So then you have no issues. Do you know what veganism is, by the way?
yeah, I know.
Can you tell me just to be sure that we're on the same page?
You're different from vegetarian. I think you also don't consume anything that comes from animal, including like cheese, eggs, and stuff.
Yeah. So vegetarianism is a diet.
Yeah.
Veganism is a
Life.
moral principle.
Okay.
It's something that where we say we don't want animals to be exploited for us, because we acknowledge that animals are sentient individuals. Do you know what sentience is?
Yeah.
It means they're conscious. It means they have a subjective experience. They have emotions. They feel pain. They feel happiness. And all of these animals, they feel much like us, right? They're very similar to us in that way. And we don't want any of these animals to be exploited or to. Basically, we don't want to harm them. We don't want to exploit them. We don't want to use them as objects. We don't want to commodify them. Does any of that speak to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. So then it sounds like your morals are on par. You
Yeah.
just need to.
Gain more knowledge and
Yep.
then have more view, like a different view.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
Are you vegan?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't have any other questions. I don't have any personal questions, I think.
Okay, so I'll give you some resources to look further into it. Just be aware that, like what I told you about the dairy industry, is by the way, standard practices happens also for free-range, biological, or anything that you probably hear normally. And small farms, big farms, everything what I just said is standard practice. It gets even worse if you go to the worser sides of it.
Okay.
So dairy, that means cheese, all of these animal products, right? So given what you just heard, I just wanted to let you know that when you buy an animal product, an animal will be put into these cruel practices, will be exploited, abused, and slaughtered on your behalf. So going forward, until you decide to live a vegan style, you're going to be contributing to this industry, and animals will die on your behalf.
Yeah.
And one individual can make a difference because one individual can save up to 100 animals per year. There's a calculation like that, depending on how much animal products they consume. Do you know what the number one benefit of being vegan is?
Not really.
So
The-
animals don't die on your behalf,
Okay.
and you're not a hypocrite, because if you oppose it, then you can live up to your own moral standards.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I give you a card to look further into it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh wait, get where the cards are. Do you have any favorite pet, like a dog or a cat?
Not really. Like I said, I'm not an animal person, so.
Okay, I'll just give you this one. Okay,
Alright.
so let me just tell you real quick what you have here, and then I'll let you go. So if you go on this website, if you scan this or go on this website, then put in this code.
Okay.
There's a video that just to get informed, that just to help you get informed. It's called The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear.
Okay.
It's a guy holding a speech and teaching you about the animal industry. It's not gruesome content. It's not there. You won't see a lot of blood or stuff like that. It's just somebody explaining to you about eggs, about dairy, just like I explained it to you now about dairy.
Okay.
Just so that you know what you're paying for, right?
All right.
If going forward you still want to pay for this, it's up to you. I cannot police you any further. I don't think you should, though, but that's up to you. And if you decide that you want to take a vegan lifestyle and you maybe have some difficulties or you don't know where to start, Challenge 22 is a website where they send you recipes every day for 22 days so that you change your habit. They hook you up with a nutritionist and help you get the best nutrition possible on a vegan diet. And you get all that for free. All of it is free. And you have also even personalized help when you go on this website. Somebody can log in with you on a Discord server and help you even further.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Are you gonna promise you're gonna watch that
Yeah,
video?
yeah, I'm gonna look into this.
Okay,
Yeah?
okay, and
All right.
act, okay? Don't
Okay,
don't just
great.
sit by, okay?
Okay,
Act,
yeah,
because
yeah.
we need animals to act, okay?
Okay,
Because if you were in their shoes, what would you want yourself to do, right?
If I was what?
If you were in the shoes of an animal, what
Okay.
would you want yourself to do?
Yeah, I would want my freedom, of course.
Yeah, exactly. So let's be nice to them, okay? Yeah. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Have a
That's
good
great.
one. Yeah. See ya. Chip, don't hold back when saying, do you have any questions? And that's something like, ask anything you like and so on. Yeah, that's a good one. I'll keep in mind. Yeah. You do indeed often do it, but it's important, I think, because people really need extra permission sometimes, I feel. No, you're right. Caro the Honest Peanut. That's an awesome name, by the way. Caro the Honest Peanut. Nice girl, buy her some more chips, Chip. Yeah, so far 2 conversations, and they were pretty good, huh? Today seems like the crowd is pretty open-minded or something. I don't know. Now the waiting game. So I think that when by the way, now it's hooked up to the battery, my phone, so I will not run out of battery. Woohoo! I am prepared this time. And you guys want to try? And hey, you want to give it a try? Had a pretty good conversation myself during outreach today as well, says Leon. Nice, Leon. I actually wanted to join AV today, but I thought I want to have energy for this. I didn't necessarily want to. Sometimes at AV you meet some really awful people. Hey all, hope everyone's having a good day, says the 40-year-old vegan. Yes, that's pretty good. Your son should read Who Wants the Inside Dope? Hi. Who Wants the Inside Dope? That's actually a pretty good one. The sign should say, come closer, I want to tell you something. Rat asks, who is AV? AV is Anonymous for the Voiceless. It's an organization that organizes these events where they show TV footage from animal industry, and then you have conversations with people on the street who stop and look at the footage. Leon says, we met for really horrible weather today. Yeah, I have seen it. I was inside when that happened. It's insane. There's like so many people here, but like somehow not around here. It's okay. We have patience. It's early. So when it's gonna be later, and there's gonna be more people, and people are gonna be a bit more drunk, I might take out the sign on why are you not vegan, because then it might show some interesting conversation. Hey, you wanna give it a try? Ah, okay. Maybe afterwards. Yeah, exactly. Luckily, the TV survived, it says Leon. Nice. You want to try? Okay. You want to try?
Sure.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I've never done this, so
That's okay.
nervous.
What's your name?
my name is Marin.
Marin. No, you don't need to be nervous, Marin. That's okay. I'm just going to ask you some questions. Relax.
Sure,
It's
sure.
just, I want you to be honest. You know, I come here and I sit and I have a lot of conversations with people. So
Sounds good.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a set of questions. Midway, you're going to realize what the topic is, and maybe we can have a bit of a conversation. How does that sound?
Sounds good, yeah.
Okay, so would you rather be a cat or a dog?
Yeah. Cat.
Okay, can I ask why?
I don't appreciate dogs that much. They stink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I always had cats. I love the cats.
Okay, but it's which one would you rather be and not have, right?
Yeah, cat.
Okay,
Still.
okay.
A dog, no way.
Okay, I can appreciate it.
Like them.
Okay, by the way, I love the way dogs smell. What are you talking about? They smell amazing.
Yeah, I know. All of my friends are like you. And like I'm trying to keep it like.
Okay, would you rather be able to talk to animals temporarily or temporarily take one of their enhanced senses or capabilities?
Oh. Temporarily talk to animals or?
Take one of their enhanced senses, you know, like how dogs can smell very well.
Yeah. But then it's also temporary? that I can take
Yeah,
their
yeah,
sense?
all of it is temporary, yeah.
Talk to them.
Can I ask why?
Yeah, just to know, like, are they actually, like, how conscious are they, and like, how do they see the world? How do they see us?
Oh, I like
Do
that.
they think like, oh, like humans are so like double standards? You know, they give dogs like twice a day food, and then we are like 7 meals a day, or you know, the dog must be thinking like, okay, this is so unfair, you know. But yeah, that's what I think the dog is thinking. So I would like to interview the dog and ask what they're actually.
I like that. I like that. Okay.
I wonder why I want to interview the cat if I don't like the dog.
Yeah, I was gonna. That's okay. Okay. Would you rather have the intelligence of a pig or that of a cat?
The big.
A pig or a
Yeah,
cat?
a pig, yeah.
Do you know that pigs are actually more intelligent?
Not that, but I know that like the heart of the pigs is used for heart, not heart surgeries, but to like research the like to practice the surgeries of the human heart. So it's
Yeah.
quite close to ours.
Yeah.
So it looks like it feels like the pig is like more intelligent and closer to.
Yeah, I mean, you can see there's footage online of pigs
Yeah.
like working together to set other pigs free, or in sanctuaries you see pigs going to the fields, picking up flowers and coming to decorate their house with flowers.
Right.
It's amazing. Yeah, they can unlock latches. They've seen. They have, I think, the intelligence of like a 4 or a 5-year-old child. So it's pretty good, right?
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
And a cat is a bit less.
A cat is a bit less. Yeah, a cat is a bit less. I wouldn't say a lot less, but a bit less.
Yeah, all right.
I actually don't know, to be honest, so that's why I assume a little bit less. But I know that pigs are amongst the top 5 most
Yeah.
intelligent animals.
Right.
Okay, the next question is a bit of a hard one.
Okay.
Would you rather be a
Bring it
well-fed farm animal whose life is cut severely short when the farmer says you're worth more dead than alive? Or a wild animal who's mostly starving, but you get to live your life free for however you
wild
want?
animal, for sure.
Can I ask why?
Yeah, I'm already living like this.
Oh, okay, you're already
I'm
living
doing
like
a lot of intermittent fasting, so like hunger is natural part of life for me.
Okay.
And yeah, freedom is my main value in life.
I
so,
love that. You
yeah.
appreciate freedom. I also appreciate freedom.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah, for sure.
Okay, and my final question is, if you could choose to be a farm animal in today's world, which one would you be? A cow for dairy, a cow for meat,
Farm animal.
a chicken or a pig?
Oh, I have to pick out of those?
You have to be one of them.
Yeah, which one?
Cow for dairy, a cow for meat, a chicken or a pig?
Chicken or a pig? Funny enough, I was just thinking this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking, okay, I have to call my best friend because he's the only one who would understand this way of thought. It's like kind of thoughts you only know your best friend would understand, but now I'll share it with you and
Yeah.
maybe with more people.
Yeah.
That, like, I was making some like scrambled eggs and I thought like, wow, chicken are quite cool actually. Like chicken meat is so good, and then the chicken makes eggs, and egg is also so good.
Yeah.
Like, wow. But yeah, the cow is kind of the same if I think about it now. But I think out of all of those, I would still be the chicken, just because of the event I had this morning. To realize how cool the chicken are.
But which one would you rather be? I'm asking.
I would be the chicken then,
Okay,
yeah.
so
Like
it's-
laying eggs, like being super good, working out, so then my meat is super
Do you
good.
know what
and
the
when
egg
they-
is for the chicken, by the way?
Huh?
Do you know what the egg is for the chicken?
Yeah, to reproduce.
Do you know what it is?
What it is, and no.
It's the period. It's their
Right.
period.
Yeah, well, I have it anyway, so.
Yeah, you have it, but imagine having it every day. Like,
Yeah, that's not nice. I hope they have a better experience than
Yeah.
I do with it.
So the reason why I have these conversations with people, I try to raise awareness on behalf of animals that go into slaughterhouses. So, what would you say? Do you consume? Oh, actually, you said you consume animal products.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
But you said that, for example, you said that you value freedom a lot, right? So, would you say that all of these animals also value freedom
I
themselves?
can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. So, would you say that you are against keeping animals in cages or against restricting the freedom of animals?
I'm not against it.
You're not
I think
against
there's
it?
a way to do it in my perception, in a symbiotic way. So I grew up in a farm myself, and
Yeah.
like we didn't grow animals too much for like making money or for selling, but this farm was feeding our family. So me and my 2 sisters and my brother and my parents, and then our grandparents were also with us. So working in a farm, living in a farm together with animals, and then sometimes sacrificing them for food or a little bit of money was part of life. That's how I grew up. So for me, it's a very natural process, and you take care of the animal, and then the animal finally takes care of your family.
So I can address that, but let me ask you: do you think any of this is necessary
Necessary for what?
for anything? Do you think we need to do this to animals? Do you think we need to bring them to existence, exploit them and kill them for their, I don't know, eggs, for their milk, for their body?
Yeah, I do believe that us as humans do need animal proteins to thrive. Not to survive, but to thrive.
If you were to find out that we don't, because there's this thing called the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, which is the largest organization of nutritionists in the world. It's not a vegan or vegetarian association, but they claim that a vegan diet is a well-planned vegan diet is suitable for all ages and stages of life, including infantry, pregnancy, athletes, all of this, right? So we can survive and thrive on a plant-based diet. And I'm also a pretty good example of thriving myself, right?
I imagine you don't eat any animal products.
No animal products, right?
All right, fair enough.
So I'm a vegan, by the way, right? Why do you think I'm a vegan? What do you think veganism is?
Just a choice of not eating animal products. That's it.
Yeah. So veganism is a moral philosophy, it's a moral principle where we oppose the idea that animals should be treated as objects, right? In the same sense, we think that if you want to do something to an animal, you should ask yourself, would I do this if the animal would be a human being, right? So in the sense, like what you asked yourself, you said that all these animals that you grew up on a farm, they did provide for you and did all of this. Would you say that if we replace that with a human being, would it be okay for you? Would it be moral? Would you still want to participate in that?
No, definitely not. I wouldn't kill animals for food. I wouldn't grow humans for food in my farm.
Yeah.
That's totally not not how the evolution has been. Or maybe I think back in the days we were cannibals, so we
At some point we were,
we were. Yeah.
So then let me ask you, because then this is a hard question, and what do you think is the significant difference between us humans and these animals that justifies killing one for food, for optional food really, because we don't need it, and not the other?
Yeah. I think it's just evolution. Like, I'm sorry for the cows that their brain didn't develop the way our brains did. So we just learned how to conquer this whole planet eventually. Yeah.
But wouldn't you say that there's also human beings on this planet whose brain didn't develop enough to conquer the planet?
That's for sure, yeah.
Should
I
we-
think
should
for
we-
now, I think back in the days there was more natural choice, that there were people who were not maybe that clever or were physically a bit compensated. They didn't survive in the nature.
Okay, so then if you say that the difference is that we are smarter than them, there's obviously human beings who are not as smart, right? Who are maybe mentally challenged. And do you think we should be doing this to them? Do you think we should be sending them to slaughterhouses?
No, definitely not.
So this isn't the difference, right? So then
No,
I come
no.
back to it. What do you think is the difference?
Yeah. So ask me the question again, because I'm a bit
that's
lost
fine.
in the role.
That's fine. I like that. I like that you're engaging with it.
Yeah,
So
sure.
what do you think is the morally significant difference between an animal and a human being that justifies killing one for food and not the other?
I think it's that we can communicate with them.
That we can't.
Yeah.
Would you say that there's human beings who you can't communicate with in this world?
Not in the way that I can communicate with the human. You can somehow at least resonate. You can have like a feeling how they could feel.
Hey, you empathize with them, you mean?
Yeah, but like more, but also resonates. Like if I look at this tree, I know how I see this tree. And most people who have vision, they see it the same way.
Yeah.
But if a dog looks at the tree, I look at the dog, or a cow, or a pig, or a chicken, I don't know how it looks for them.
They see the same. They see the same. I mean, they have eyes, right?
True, but they don't perceive the world the same way, and I think that's what separates me from. I can only speak for myself. That's what separates me from the animal. And I know it sounds rough, but if there was another even higher intelligent than we are, and they would kill me for food, then that was it for me. Then that was the end of my life.
But would you find that as a moral action if you say this?
No, I don't think it was moral for them. But if they had to eat me for survival, and they are
if they
smarter,
had to, but not if they had to, because as we've established, we don't have to, right? We choose to.
Yeah, we choose to.
Would you say, would you accept it as a justification for them doing it just because they choose to?
I guess I don't have a choice then, because they're smarter than me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So then, End of story for me.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
So when you said that the way they perceive the world, I think this is called sentience. Do you know what sentience is?
No, not really.
So it's synonymous with consciousness. It means that they have a
Right.
subjective experience. They experience the world around them. Much like we do, they have emotions. They have
Yeah, for sure,
they
for
have
sure.
feelings. They feel happiness, sadness, all of this, right?
Definitely,
And
yeah.
very importantly, they also feel pain. Much exactly like we do, right? They have pain receptors just like we do. They have central nervous system and all
For
this,
sure,
right?
yeah.
So given that, I would say that it's bad. If you ask me why is it, well, if I ask you why is it bad to kill a human being, to kick a human being, to hurt them, why is it bad?
Yeah, why is it bad? I think it's been like set laws and rules in the world that it's made this way.
But if you can imagine that you're in a place where all of these rules are not enforced, or there's
Yeah.
none of these
Yeah.
laws are present.
Yeah, then I think people would kill each other, just
But
like
we-
they do with any race.
Yeah, but would you still find it bad? Like, would you still find it bad if somebody would kill somebody
For
else?
sure, yeah.
And my question is, why do you think that is?
I think if there weren't any rules or laws, then I think the world would go really crazy. Or if there was a place where animals wouldn't do it, it would be paradise. And I guess we are now in somewhere in between in this current universe.
Okay, so let me propose a different hypothetical to get to the
Sure.
point. So if I was to go right now, and there's these videos online, I don't even know if they are online, that they used to be in the 90s. There used to be that there was this show where this guy would just go and kick people in the nuts. They would just go and kick, you know what I mean, like for
Yeah, I
men.
get it,
It's
yeah.
obviously
I haven't
very
seen it,
painful.
but I get it.
right? But would you say I would say that none of that is moral or ethical, right? So why do you think that's bad to do? Why would you think it's bad for me to go and just punch somebody or kick them in the nuts? Why do you think it's bad for me to do that?
For you or for the other guy?
I would say it's the whole action itself is bad, right? So
Right.
why do you think the action
Yeah.
is bad?
Why is it bad? Yeah, because I was taught that it's bad. You know, when I grew up, my mother said, don't kick the other
Oh, okay.
person, you know?
Yeah, I understand that.
When I was younger, I was really I was fighting a lot. I was a wild child, so it was kind of like, also kind of like survival for life, you know. If I had to kick someone's ass to get my point through, I did it. But then I was taught by my parents, like, don't do this.
Okay, but
Yeah.
then let me ask you even further. Like, would you feel bad if you see me punching somebody on the street?
Yeah, sure. If the other one didn't deserve it, then yeah.
Yeah.
But
why,
if he did,
why do you think you feel bad about it?
Well, yeah, it's like I said, it's been taught to me, and I do believe that also. That
But you do feel bad, right? So that means that
Yeah.
you probably empathize with that person, right?
yeah. Well, depends of the story. Maybe they
Yeah.
deserve it, you know.
Yeah, no,
But
let's
I'm
say
sure,
an innocent
I'm sure,
person,
the,
an
I'm sure the
innocent
cow also doesn't deserve
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be
exactly.
like executed for no reason, seemingly.
So I don't want to go any further with this hypotheticals,
yeah.
but let me just tell you. So the reason
Yeah.
why I would say it's bad to kick a person on the street is because they can feel pain just like we do, because they would feel bad about it, right? So the reason why I wouldn't do something bad to a person is because I wouldn't want something bad to be done unto myself, right?
Yeah.
Because I can empathize with them and I understand that they feel all of these emotions, right? So in that sense,
Je vais passer sur TikTok.
You're stealing my shirt.
Good night, funky car.
Monte Carlo.
Funky petite table.
okay.
Octavio quartier rouge.
Okay.
T'as une copine, la minière.
Okay, guys.
Minière, Octavio quartier rouge.
Do you guys
Nénir, arrête de manger des lovés dans les vitrines, Nénir.
wait.
You speak French, you speak English.
Je ne parle pas français. moi. Allez.
Apkate, c'est ma jouvel, là, des. Nous, ce soir, on va aller au quartier rouge. Tu vois?
Okay, please don't take my. No, take it. No.
Mon oncle Ninir, il a trouvé une belle petite affaire, puis il va manger tout ça au quartier rouge.
Yeah, I don't know.
On est un matin 3 000 hier.
Avant-hier.
Avant-hier.
Okay.
Il est au quartier rouge.
It's okay. It's okay.
Allez.
Okay, it's okay. Yeah, no worries. Okay. Yeah. Have a good one. Yeah.
Take care. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you
no
for
worries, no.
sliding in for the show.
Jesus. Okay. So where was I? Oh yeah. So the
We
reason.
leave the theoreticals on the side.
Yeah.
and then we
So the reason
continue.
why it's bad to kick somebody on the street is because
Yeah.
they will feel bad, right?
Sure.
The same thing animals, right? If I were to kick a dog or a cat, imagine me kicking a cat.
Yeah.
You would feel bad for the cat
Yeah.
because the cat would feel pain, right? It's much the same about a cow or a pig or any. Like I could even ask you, what is the difference between a cow and a cat that says one it's okay to kill for food and one not?
Yeah.
Would you kill a cat for food?
If I had to, yeah.
No, not if you have to.
No,
In a
no,
situation.
I wouldn't. No.
Okay, so then, given all of this, it sounds to me like.
I also wouldn't kill the sheep, by the way.
Oh, you also wouldn't kill a.
No. If I had to do it myself, I would be vegetarian already long time ago.
Okay. So then, do you know what veganism is?
You just told me before.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, but I got derailed by all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then, what is keeping you from being vegan?
Ego probably.
Ego.
I'm just like, okay, I like my meat, I like my proteins, I love the chicken, I like the egg.
But do you think that's a good enough justification to take somebody's life?
Probably, yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it right now. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I would be vegan like you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't see it as a moral obligation to not abuse or exploit these animals?
No, apparently then. It's like I can't say yes right now and then go home and eat my chicken.
I mean, I'm first
fillet,
I'm asking you what you think, right? Because yeah, it's true.
Right.
Most people would say that it's bad to exploit and abuse animals needlessly,
Yeah.
but then their actions would say otherwise, right? So
Yeah.
that would mean they're
Yeah.
hypocrites, right? So
Yeah.
are you trying to align your morals with your actions, or are your morals saying that it's wrong to do this to these animals, but your actions speak otherwise? What is it?
Right. Yeah. So the last one probably.
Yeah,
Like,
the
my
last one
morals are
probably.
like this, and then like I do the other.
Okay.
Actions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the number one benefit about being vegan is that you're not a hypocrite. Is that animals don't die for you, and you're not a
Right.
hypocrite anymore,
Right.
right? So, if you're concerned, because as far as I understand from this conversation, is that you're a person who values gastronomy, taste, all of this food, and you enjoy it, right?
Not really. It's the other
Not
way
really?
around. So I fast most of the day.
Okay.
And then I have one or two really big meals. Mostly it's chicken, eggs, goat cheese, or cottage cheese. Sometimes goat cheese also. So mostly animal products. Don't judge me. And then some vegetables, and that's it.
Yeah. So.
But it's not about the flavors at all. Like it's more about how can I get
The best nutrition.
the best quality protein with least effort and calories.
Yeah. So. Obviously, you can get a lot of quality protein from plant-based products, right?
Sure,
There's,
sure.
I would say soy
Of course,
is
there's
an amazing.
beans, there's lentils,
There you
there's
go.
oatmeal. Of course, I know all of that. And I
It's-
still eat it sometimes.
Yeah, but like the only difference is that with one you would pay for an animal to be exploited and
Yeah.
killed, and as we've established, there isn't
Right.
really a difference between humans and animals that says one it's okay to kill,
Yeah.
and for the other isn't, right? So in that sense, it is a form of discrimination when we say that it's okay to kill these animals but not these
Yeah.
animals. So
I guess since this is so far away, like I don't see these animals being killed, so it's like it's just on the supermarket. It's
Yeah.
like you feel like there is some kind of distance between me, and I can only speak for myself, but yeah, between me and then the act of actually.
yeah,
Like sometimes you see those documentaries, and then for like 2 days you're like, oh my god, I can't look at any chicken or anything on the supermarket anymore. Yeah.
yeah, because all of these, it sounds to me like you do not want to participate in this, but it's just something that you're accustomed to. Maybe it's the way you've done it
Sure,
for
and
a
that's the
while.
way I grew up also.
Yeah.
Like for me, it was normal to grow the animal, execute the animal, and then thank the animal for it. It was never like a cruel act of like,
But-
my father would always be sad on that day when it had to happen, and I was always sent away from home. Like I was the youngest from all the children, and
Yeah.
like I always had to go to my grandparents' place, so I knew that that's the day when something's gonna happen with animal, and then I came back and like the cow was not there anymore, or the chickens
Yeah.
were not there anymore. So for me, it was part of life, kind
But
of.
it is cruel to them, isn't it?
For sure, yeah.
Because do you think that they value their own life just as much as you value your own life?
I don't know. I
I
don't know
mean,
if
they don't want
have
to
the
die.
consciousness.
They every
Yeah.
time they run away, they scream in
sure,
fear.
yeah.
They don't. None of them
Sure,
want to
yeah,
die.
yeah,
So
yeah.
all of them in that
I
sense.
think nothing wants to die. Like
Yeah.
everything what has life, also plants and like I think the power, the life force, everything what once comes to life wants to live.
Perhaps, right?
Yeah.
Though I would say the only difference is that when these animals are sentient, just like you and me are, they experience, they have these emotions towards them also, right?
I
So
hope not, but
they do have it, right? So for example, in the dairy industry, I don't know how much you know about the dairy industry. Do you know anything about the dairy industry?
no, not
So
really.
cows
But-
produce milk because they're pregnant, just like
Yeah,
us, right?
yeah.
So farmers don't just wait for cows to get pregnant whenever they want to, but rather
Yeah.
they forcefully impregnate
Yeah.
them. They somebody puts their hands in their anus, holds their cervix, and injects blue semen. And after 9 months, when the baby is born, it's very
Right.
similar to like the gestation period of a human being, 9 months.
Yeah.
And when the baby is born, because the milk has to go for human consumption, they get separated from the mother so that they don't drink the milk.
Yeah.
And if the baby is a male, they get killed because they're useless to the industry. They don't produce milk. If they're a
They
female,
would produce meat though. Why do they
yeah,
kill
yeah,
it
yeah,
then?
Sometimes they get grown and killed for meat. But they're classed as a waste product most of the time, right?
Right.
So they're in some farms they're classed as a waste product, and in some farms they're classed as okay. We'll sell them for meat products. They
Right.
grow to up to 1 year and then they get killed also. If they're female, they get put in the same cycle as their mothers. Yearly forceful impregnation,
Right.
having their babies taken from them. All of them. You know, you see in these footages online. You see them when they take away the baby. You see cows running after their babies or mooing for days because they're very upset. So they do feel
Right.
the pain of having their babies taken from them. And after 6 to 8 years, they all go to the slaughterhouse because farmers cannot justify keeping them alive financially.
I
So
see. Yeah, yeah.
they are treated like objects in that sense, aren't they? Right? And they can live up to 20 years, so they don't even have their life. Right? So, do you want to participate in this?
No, it's not like it's my desire to participate in this.
Yeah.
But I'm still thinking like let's go 100, 200 years back in time when it wasn't like that mass, consumption, mass production, and people, human and like animals were living more in symbiosis and like okay, the animal was still providing for us, but we were also providing for the animal, and then at some point you have to sacrifice the animal for either it's too old or it's sick or whatever. I don't think that the evolution would have let the cow to even become a cow and survive in our hands as human if it wasn't for also like good for the cow
I mean,
somehow. Not good for the cow, but if it wasn't like kind of meant to be, I think there is a way of doing it in a right way.
But
There
there's
is
no
still-
symbiosis behind it, right? So everything that I just described, the standard practice in small farms, large farms, everything. So if you
Yeah.
think that what I just said about the dairy industry happens in
Yeah.
large farms,
Yeah.
no, it happens in small farms also.
For sure,
So,
I totally recognize what you told just now. Like, that's what happened in the mini farm I grew up with. And
So the thing is, given that we don't need to do it, like maybe in the past you can justify saying that we had no other alternatives,
Yeah.
we had no options, but nowadays we have readily available options everywhere, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we don't need to do any of this. We can
Yeah.
survive and thrive without a plant-based diet. So then,
we could have also back in the days.
yeah, probably we could have
Yeah.
also back in the days, but nowadays it's just so easy that it's like, how can you justify paying for this industry? And do you think that,
Yeah.
do you understand your responsibility in the matter?
I do. I'm talking with you more and more. I understand. Like, okay, someone has to take the responsibility, even if you don't want to. You probably have already done that.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of my own. Do I wanna be part of your gang, or do I wanna stick to my guns? Yeah.
So I wouldn't say necessarily it's a matter of being part of my gang or stick to your guns because veganism isn't. I mean, there is a vegan community, obviously, and there's vegan people and who do all of this, but veganism is not about the people or the vegan community. Veganism is about the animals. That's all it
Right,
is, right?
right.
It's about, you don't even have to call yourself a vegan at the end of the day. You can just say, I refuse to pay for these industries, because every time you
Right.
pay them, you support them, basically.
Right.
When you go to the supermarket, you buy an animal product, you tell a farmer, I want more of this product, and the
Yeah.
farmer will do more of what they do
Right.
to bring you that product,
Yeah.
which is exploit animals, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I provided you with all the information I can at this point
a lot
in time.
of things to
I have, yeah.
feel bad about tonight, but thank you. It's
Yeah.
not like I should feel bad about it. I'm not sure how much I can change, how much I want to change. Yeah. Let me be honest. Like I don't want to leave a face like, oh yeah.
Why
now
don't you
I'm
want
gonna
to
go.
change?
I do want to change, but yeah, I think my ego right now is just feeling that I can still continue being the way I am and doing the way I do, and not take the responsibility, and then leave these problems like our parents created, like the global warming problem. So now we have to deal with this to the next generation until the universe explodes.
The only difference with this and the global warming or any
Yeah.
of the other issues that you claim is that every day when you eat, you probably do it once a day or twice a day. I don't know how many times a day.
At least two, yeah.
Yeah, when you do this, you have to make a decision, and
Right.
your choices are between a product that exploits an animal and one that doesn't.
Yeah.
So there's a difference between all of this because you are faced with this choice every single day,
Yeah.
and every single day you can make a choice that does not
Right.
exploit an animal,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in that sense, it's not necessarily that you're trying to change the world per se, but rather
Yeah.
you're trying to not participate in it more than anything.
Right.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like a vote, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you
yeah,
think
I
about
get
it,
it.
if you
Yeah.
a vote might seem like it's nothing in the whole grand scheme of things, right? But
Yeah.
you should always vote, right? You should always send your vote out there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
right now, when you're sending your vote out there, you're voting for animals to go into this. So do you want to keep voting for that, or do you want to vote for animals to not
Yeah,
happen, right?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's just,
I
it's
get
kind of
it.
that's the
Yeah,
whole
I
thing
totally
about it.
get it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and you as a person do have an impact because
Yeah, I think this is the most important part, like
Yeah.
to really understand that. That's what I was trying to say also, that like it's the choice of, okay, will I continue and leave this to be dealt by the next generation, or will I take the responsibility and make different choices?
yeah, so
Yeah.
a person going on switching to a vegan lifestyle can save up to 100 animals per year. I think you also, because you say you eat it daily.
Probably save 200 animals.
Yeah, that's a lot of animals. Think about it. It's a lot of lives, and for them, like if you think about it, for you, it's what 10 minutes of eating.
Yeah.
For them, it's their whole existence that just
Right.
gets erased instantly. And we all just get one chance of life, right? If you think about it, nobody gets a second shot of life. We all just get one.
True.
So, in that sense, you can make an impact. And even if it were just one animal, to them again, it's their whole life.
Yeah.
It's 10 minutes.
Yeah. As if you say it like this, like if someone would put, like, what did you say, 100 animals? Okay, so I like a lot of chicken. So if someone would give me 100 chicken right now, if you had 100 chicken with me, and you would say, okay, well, like make a choice. These chicken will stay alive, have a happy life, or you never eat chicken again. Okay, maybe 100 is too little. Okay, I'm super bad. Like, I know the world is watching, but let me just be honest on behalf of other people who probably think the same, but perhaps don't dare to say it out like this. But I think if you gave me 500 chickens, if you had with me, and you said, like, these chickens can live a happy life to the rest of your life, and you quit eating chicken, I would stop.
Okay.
I would need, like, more close connection, seeing those animals, interaction with animals, to feel more that their pain, like their existence, you know, what I will then cut off with my just eating habits.
I understand that.
Right.
There's nothing I can do about that, right? I mean,
No,
there's
you
nothing I
can
can
have a
tell you about that.
conversation with me,
What I'm doing now is explaining what's happening
Yeah,
and trying
yeah,
to
yeah.
get to understand your involvement in the issue.
Right.
And
Yeah.
trying to help you not be part of it
Right.
because you don't like it, right? So I don't think anybody likes any of the stuff that happens. And
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
the question is, do you want to participate in it? And as far as I understand it, yeah, it seems like a habitual change that it
Oh,
would
sure,
be.
yeah,
It sounds like
that's
it's difficult
like
to
all
change.
life. So now, boom, make
Yeah,
a change.
yeah. It's, and I can tell you as a fact that it takes maybe 30 days, like a habit, to change, and then
Yeah.
it's the same. If you go into a supermarket and you buy the products that you did before, you can now buy the vegan option. There's vegan chicken that is made from soy.
Right.
It's very good, high nutritious.
Yeah.
I have it almost daily, and it's
Yeah, you look
delicious.
quite fit. Yeah.
I'm fit. Yeah, I'm also a health nut, so I look after what I eat.
Right.
So really, like, there really isn't much justification to do it, right? So I don't know how to push you any further, but I don't want to push you any further because I already provided you with
You have
so much
pushed me a
information.
lot already.
Yeah, I already provided you with so much information. I'm
Right,
just going to
yeah.
give you a card to look further into it.
Sure.
And
Sure.
that will help you decide what you want to do.
Yeah.
I'll just leave you with the fact that going forward, you are more aware of what's happening.
For sure, yeah.
And know that when you will purchase an animal product, an animal will be sent to a slaughterhouse, will be exploited and abused.
Yeah.
And if you don't want, if you were in their shoes, what would you want yourself to do, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like I know for sure that, let's say aliens come down and they just like knock me down. Okay, if I then had a consciousness after that, I would accept what happened. I was like, okay, I was weaker, I wasn't as smart as them. They decide to eat me. Okay, this is natural process or natural choice. But if I would know they're coming to kill me, I would be like, no, please don't do it. Of course, we all want to live and
Yeah, and you
and
throw this
survive.
hypothetical for aliens, but the reality is that we have power over animals and we exert our power over them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But there's human beings on this planet who can have power over us. So when we behave in a way that we say we are exerting our power even though we don't need to, we can't blame others for doing the same,
Yeah.
yet we wouldn't want it done onto ourselves,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
Always
in
like
that sense,
yeah.
we kind of want to live up to our own morals.
Right.
That's
Can
all
I
it
ask
is.
you a quick question back?
Yes, please.
Yeah. When did you like change, or were you grown up like this?
So I was a vegetarian for 6 years,
Yeah.
and then I became a vegan 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And for me, it happened when I heard about the dairy industry and what they go through. I'm like, I can't possibly justify doing
Right.
this. And just like you, I wasn't doing intermittent fasting, but I was very careful about my protein, about what I
Right.
eat, like because I said I'm a health nut.
Right.
So what I did was everything that I ate, I just I had in the fridge maybe a couple of products. I didn't throw them away, obviously, because it wouldn't have made any difference at that moment. So what I did was, meanwhile, I looked for all the products that I could buy and replace the products. Like I would eat yogurt, so I tried to find the yogurt to replace it with that's similar content. And
Right.
I can tell you that nowadays I do have a lot of protein. I have even more because more plant-based products have more protein per calorie. So if you care about having a lot of protein, it's easier on the vegan diet, actually, on the plant-based diet.
Okay, so which plant has more protein per calorie than?
Oh, I mean,
animal?
any soy product will have more protein per calorie than any animal product you can buy. I would say maybe the soy yogurt doesn't have more, but it's still good enough. Like you still get enough protein from all the other. Like I don't know how many. Do you count calories?
Yeah.
How many grams of protein do you have per day?
120.
For how many calories?
That I don't know.
Okay, so I have like 300 grams of protein per day, but I also eat a lot more calories because I'm a bigger person.
Right.
So you can have it. You can have 120 grams of protein is easily achievable.
Yeah. Like you mean like in total I have about 2,000 calories, 2,200. Depends on the day, depends on activity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can definitely have that.
Yeah.
You can definitely achieve that. And the reality is that with nutrition is that if you really want to find a way, you can find a way.
Yeah,
to do it,
definitely,
right?
definitely, 100%.
You just wanna,
Yeah,
you just have to go.
that's
You just have to
Not
want it. Okay.
questionable, yeah. But what was before you became vegetarian?
I mean, I would eat meat every once in a while, but not that
But you were
much.
never like interested. Like it was never like some people are like, oh, I need sausage, I need barbecue. You know, they crave it. Because when I was younger, there was actually when I grew up and left my parents, there was a time I ate quite a little meat because it was too expensive. I was a student. It was difficult to prepare, and I just didn't like it that much.
Yeah.
But then sometime later on in life, I learned to eat meat, and then I became more aware of my nutrition, blah blah blah, and then I started even like,
Same.
yeah. So now it's like if I would look at it like this, my let's say animal product consumption was like here when I was a child because of living in a farm, and then it was and then it's like being like this. You know, I think I eat now daily more meat and milk and eggs than I did when I was a child. Because then I didn't have the abundance, you know.
I understand that. Yeah. Hello. Hi.
Hello. Do you have something to say about vegan diet? All right.
So I
Shall we round it up?
think we have to round it
Yeah,
up
yeah,
because
we
it's
have
been
to
a long
round it up, yeah.
conversation. Let me just give you a card to look further
Sure.
into it.
Yeah, I would love that.
Let me just tell you that I'm 37. Oh, you said you like cats. Let me give you one with
Give me
cats.
the cat. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Or a
30.
chicken. Cat or a chicken.
I'm 37, and my only regret in life is not being vegan earlier. It may sound weird, but it's true. Because once you learn about the whole animal agriculture, you just realize that it's an awful thing to participate in.
Yeah.
And you can get the nutrition that you want it's also, if you really care about your health, it's also, you should know that red meat is cancerogenic right nowadays. For me, that's how it started. Really, when I started to consume less and less meat, was because the red meat was cancerogenic. It wasn't marked back then, but there were suppositions that it could be. And the same was for these treated meats. So at some point, I just had like chicken, and chicken is like eating the meat of chicken is like not even that tasty. It's only about the spices that you add to it. So, so it's easy to
the
to
chicken meat
substitute.
on the regular supermarket shit.
Yeah, so you can easily substitute that. So
That's true, yeah.
let me just tell you what you have on here.
Yeah.
And so if you scan this code or go on this website and type in this code, you can. There's a thing called the most important speech you will ever hear.
Yeah.
Maybe just give that a watch. It's somebody who, much like myself, is an animal rights activist and just explains kind of the things that happens in animal agriculture.
Right.
Just so you know about eggs, about honey, milk, all of this. That's just to inform you. It's like 30 minutes, the speech.
Right.
There's questions and answers. Can you promise me you'll watch that just to get informed?
I'll watch it tonight. I'll
Oh,
watch
I
it
like
now.
that.
Going
I like
home.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure, definitely.
Okay. And the Challenge 22, if you decide that you want to go on a vegan diet, Challenge 22, they hook you up with a nutritionist. They send you recipes every day how to be vegan.
Okay.
And you can say that you want to have higher protein or all that stuff.
I see.
And there's also personalized help on this website.
Yeah.
Somebody can log in with you on a Discord server and help you even further. If you need.
Okay, awesome.
Okay?
All right, thank you so much.
You got all the resources that you need. And you also have my contact there if you have more
Oh yeah,
questions.
Vegan Power Lab you
Yeah,
are.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you,
I'm on
Vegan
all
Power
social
Lab.
media. Yeah.
All right.
It was Marin, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice to meet you, Marin. Okay. Yeah.
What you're doing.
Yeah. Just keep in mind, okay? That,
Thank you.
okay. You guys want to have a conversation?
No,
it's okay.
no,
it's
no,
okay.
no.
It's okay. It's okay.
We're just
you
doing
guys.
teeth cleaning.
Yeah. You can do a teeth clean. You guys want to have a conversation with me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Come here.
About what?
I just ask you some questions and I get you to think.
It's about what's the conversation about?
Okay. I will just ask you some questions and get you guys to
What
think.
questions?
What questions?
Yeah, questions about life.
Questions
That's
about life.
important.
Yeah. Okay.
Philosophy.
What do you guys think about animals?
Animals.
Oh, I love animals.
I love animals.
Yeah.
What do you think about animal abuse?
That's not great.
Abuse. Oh, that's
No,
not,
great.
that's
No,
not good.
great.
That's not good.
What would you?
think about animal abusing? Like
I don't
punishing
think
them?
it obviously. I'm
like-
not for it. I'm against it.
Like-
What would you consider animal abuse?
What is like
You ask the questions.
too many animals in like one?
Yeah.
What do you think about
In my opinion,
animal
the biggest
abuse?
animal abuse is that we overpopulate this fucking planet with humans.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
if we reduce this and have not 7 billions, maybe 1 billion, we will have way more less animal abuse. I'm pretty sure about it.
Okay. That's fair. That's a fair assessment. But I would say abuse is like we could classify abuse as when causing emotional or physical harm to an animal, right?
Yeah.
Would you say that's a fair assessment of
No,
what
it's
abuse
not.
is?
It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah. Okay. So.
But
then-
it's.
I want to hear your opinion.
so-
What is your opinion?
about.
Animal abuse.
No, I'm obviously
Animal
against it.
abuse.
Right?
You're against
I'm
it,
against it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are all of you against animal abuse?
I can say also. I'm against it.
Are you
So what is your
basically
opinion?
against
what is your opinion?
any animals in zoos?
What is your opinion?
Yeah. Of
So
course.
you don't hate you
I
hate
mean,
zoos.
it's a big topic,
Yeah.
right? It's a big,
So
big
zoos
topic.
is a no go.
Yeah, so that's you touch upon this, right?
Yeah.
All of this. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm a vegan right
But-
here, and
but-
I'm
but
trying to do activism
okay.
for animal
I'm
rights.
often
right
in
here.
zoos, like twice a
Totally
year.
okay.
And I'm okay with it if there's a zoo with a good, big place for the animals, and not abusing them.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what
But
you
you,
mean.
So
you, want,
enough-
you, want,
enough-
you
enough-
want to hear something about
enough
eating
space.
animals, right?
Well,
enough
I don't
space.
necessarily about eating. What do you think veganism is?
It's maybe the part we have to go
Belongs to the people-
completely decrease animal abuse. Totally right, but it's a big decrease in pleasure, having a great life as a human. You know, if you have got the pleasure to take life from animals, I know this is maybe wrong for some people, but it's a great pleasure to eat them because you like it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
So you like taking lives of animals? Is that what you're saying?
I like to taste the meat of animals.
Okay.
If there was a way,
Would you
if
say
there would
that
be a way.
Okay, but before we dive into that,
yeah?
I asked you what do you think veganism is? You think you probably see it as a diet where we don't consume animal products, right?
Pardon me.
You probably think veganism is a diet where we don't consume animal products.
Completely right. Yeah.
Yeah. So what it is actually, veganism is a moral philosophy. It's a moral principle where
Yeah.
we oppose the idea that animals should be commodified.
Well, I don't like the way of thinking about veganism. I mean, if you
We are from Germany.
Okay. So we
He
oppose.
maybe.
Leute,
he is-
je bent gerade richtig gehatet.
Warum?
So we oppose the idea that animals should be treated as objects. They should not be
No,
commodified.
animals aren't objects. No, they are not.
They're not
Not at
objects,
all.
right?
They
But
like
would you
us.
say, given that we don't need to consume animal products, and given that behind any animal product that we crave for, there is animal exploitation and there is animal commodification, wouldn't you say that then we have a moral obligation to not participate in this?
That's a good question. I mean, if you create animal life and you produce new animals to give us food, so you produce new life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good question. Yeah. I don't,
Does
I
it
don't-
matter if you produce, like, imagine,
It's a good question, yeah.
because do you think that it's ethical or moral to bring animals to life just to exploit
it's
them
good,
and kill
yeah.
them? I mean,
can't
my opinion
answer
is pretty clear that.
All you are talking about is questions.
Yeah, it's called the
What's your
Socrates
opinion?
method. It's
What's your
called the
opinion?
Socrates method.
What's
I'm
your
trying
opinion?
to
We're not the
teach
right
you.
public
Are you
for this.
vegan?
No.
Yes, I am
You're
vegan,
vegan.
yes.
So, and why you are vegan?
Because I don't think animals should be commodified.
And why else?
That's the only reason.
That's the only reason.
That's the only reason. You know what? Do you know what sentience
No,
is?
that's a
Tell me.
definitely reasonable reason.
Okay,
so-
so sentience is it means it's synonymous with consciousness. It means that they have a subjective experience, that they have emotions, that they feel happiness, sadness, and pain. All these animals that we farm are the same. They feel emotions, they feel sadness, much like we do, right? In that
Yeah.
sense. So the reason why I wouldn't, why I'm against, why I'm a vegan, why I'm against the exploitation of animals, is because I'm also against the exploitation of humans, and I don't see any difference between them
The thing is, you're
that
completely right.
justifies
You're completely right.
both.
You're completely right.
Right.
We are all evil, and not we all.
Yeah.
I am evil
Yeah.
because I consume them and I know it.
What's your name, by the way?
Doesn't matter.
No, I'm just curious. Like, I just want to address you. My name is Chip, by the way.
Chip?
Marcus. Nice to meet you, Marcus. So my question to you is, what is keeping you from not participating in this? Because what is keeping you from not participating in this? Because if you oppose it,
I'm lazy. I'm lazy as fuck.
You're lazy.
And I'm lazy
Okay.
of giving up my lifestyle
Okay.
and giving up my way of consuming meat and love the pleasure of the meat and taste.
Yeah.
Well, you're completely right. Yeah, it is in this century with the knowledge we have
Yeah.
and in the philosophy we have, it is completely ridiculous to
Yeah.
not. It's completely ridiculous to consume animals
Yeah.
as we do.
Yeah.
But I am lazy and I'm evil like everybody. Everybody is. Not everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
The most of us. And I'm ashamed of myself and I know it. Completely. But I'm aware of it, and I live it to the end of my life, and think, yeah, I'm a fucking prick, but I love to live my life. You know what I mean?
yeah, I know what you mean, but
There's self-awareness. The most people don't get it.
Yeah, you have to go. But as far as let me just tell you real quick. As far as I understand your point of,
I don't get it.
just keep in mind that I also let me just give you a card before you go. Let me give him a card, okay?
Ja, du bist das größte Stück Scheiße in Deutschland. Komm weiter.
Can I give you a card? Watch the most important speech you will ever hear. It's on here, okay?
Alter, verpiss
Just
dich
watch
mit
that.
dem Scheiß.
You're welcome.
Have a good one. Thanks. Cheers.
Is that
Yeah.
live?
Yeah, it is live. Yes. What's your opinion?
No.
No? You know, you're running away?
About vegan?
Yeah. No? Yeah, everybody. So it's getting a bit crazier. Yeah, Martin says, glad they're gone. Me too. Mobius, wow, Chip, how fun was that? You know, one of the guys was fucking wasted to shit. Chip, don't start conversations with drunk idiots, says Christina. Christina, I try. It's nothing really I can do. Linda asks me, you enjoying this, Chip? Yeah, I am enjoying some of it. I don't enjoy it when people come and interrupt conversations like that. And I think her name was Marion, this girl I was talking to, and I know, based on the conversation, how it seemed like that she was not really open or willing to do anything, but she actually seemed looking at her and seeing how she behaved. It just felt like she didn't really want to acknowledge that she's doing something wrong or that she wants to change. But I did see a little bit of a spark, a little bit of something. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for her. Mind your back around there this time, Chip. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yes, let's see what we get. I'm bringing back the social experiment now. Luckily, Chip is strong. Yeah, Martin. I mean, you know when those French guys came, when they started saying things in French, I was like, they started taking my microphone, and at some point I'm like, I try to be nice, but then I took the microphone and pushed. I don't know if you saw that. I pushed the guy. I'm like, some people need to understand boundaries, I guess. But they're like, oh, this thing is live. Oh, let's make an ass of ourselves. Ah. You guys want to try social experiment? No? Okay. There's some older gentlemen who wanted to try. Sacré bleu. Yeah. Don't let them take the microphone. No. I won't. No, I don't know how that happened. I'm, it's insane, people are becoming more and more drunk. They close the bike lanes now, so yeah. Watching Outreach Live is actually really fun. Thanks, Chip, for basically pioneering the format. Thank you, Christina. We have 37 people. Oh, you want to try it?
Sure.
Yeah, love it. Can you come here and view? Okay, so I'm going to ask you questions. Wait, before I ask you questions, I don't take any of this. How drunk are you?
Not at all.
Oh, okay, because I've been talking to people here and they're very drunk.
No.
So based on that, I want to ask you, it depends on which experiment I want to ask you.
No, I'm sober.
You're sober, okay, I like that, okay. So do you have any social cause that you care about?
Yeah.
Can I ask which one?
Like animals and underprivileged children.
Oh my God, okay, animals, okay, I like that. What do you mean about animals? What do you care about animals?
I love dogs.
You love
so I
dogs?
don't like to see homeless dogs.
Okay, what do you think about animal abuse? Horrible. Yeah, what would
Those
you...
people should be in jail forever.
Okay, what would you say constitutes abuse?
Starving, hitting, neglecting.
Yeah, I would say maybe causing physical or emotional harm.
Yeah.
Would you say that's a
Yes.
fair estimation?
Physical, emotional, and yeah.
Would you yourself say that you are against animal abuse?
Yes.
Okay, and my final question, because, and I'm not trying to catch up on this, I used to participate in it too. What do you think about the animals that we force into slaughterhouses for us?
That we force into slaughterhouses? It's terrible.
It's terrible.
I mean, I eat meat. I would never eat dog meat, but
Okay.
I do eat meat. It's hard. I know. It's not good.
So then let me ask you, if you say you eat dog meat...
No, I
but,
know.
you
Oh
don't
my
eat
God,
dog
no,
meat.
no,
Okay,
no.
so then you eat cow's milk? Cow's meat?
Yeah.
Okay, so then what is the morally significant difference between a cow and a dog that says one it's okay to kill for food and one isn't?
No, it's not. It's not okay.
It's not okay.
No, it's
okay. So then what is keeping you from not paying for any of it if you're not okay with it?
Protein.
Protein.
And just like how I grew up. It's just like you grow up eating that stuff.
So as far as in the sense it's a habitual thing and you're concerned about your nutrition and you want to get enough protein.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you were to find out that you can get enough protein by this, and if I were to give you resources that would help you change your habit, would you consider not paying for any of these industries to exploit and abuse animals?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
But also it depends on the cost.
Depends on the cost, yes.
Because I know going vegan is way more expensive.
I love that you touch upon veganism. What do you think veganism is?
No animal products. No animal products whatsoever. You can't even wear animal products.
Okay, yeah, so veganism is a moral principle where we oppose the idea that animals should be treated as objects. They should be commodified or any of this. So we oppose that, right? Or any exploitation of animals in that sense. So that means we don't wear any products coming from animals. We don't wear them. We don't go to zoos. We don't pay for any industry that exploits animals, right?
Yeah.
Does any of that speak to you?
I mean, I wear leather. I'm sure my makeup has animal products in it. Everything I use probably has
But
animal
morally, do you think...
Morally, yes.
Do you think you align morally with that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so it sounds to me like if you align morally, it's only that your actions need to be aligned with your own actions, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, your actions need to be aligned with your own morals.
Yeah.
Okay, so you say you're an animal lover. Do you think you can be an animal lover if you're supporting these industries that exploit animals?
It's hard. You're putting me on the spot. I mean, I don't think about it, but yeah, you're right.
Okay, I like that. Okay, so I'm a vegan, by the way. I've been vegan for 2 years. Do you have any questions for me? I can help you out.
No.
No questions. You can really ask anything you want. I'm
I
okay.
would, but we have to go. Yeah.
Okay, let me just
We'll
give you
think
some
about it,
resources to look into it.
Okay.
Okay, just keep in mind that going forward, when you're Oh, they're here. Going forward, when you're paying for an animal product, an animal will go to a slaughterhouse, will be exploited and abused in your behalf. And if you don't want that to happen, the only way to do it is to not pay for these industries, right?
Valid.
Valid, right. What's your name, by the way?
Victoria.
Nice to meet you. I'm Chip.
Okay, that's David.
David. Nice to meet you. I'm Chip. Yeah. So on this website right here, if you scan this code,
Yeah.
or go on this website and type in this code, what you will find, there's a thing called the most important speech you will ever hear. Give that a watch, please.
All right.
It just teaches you about the animal industry and all the practices, because you probably have questions about dairy, about eggs and all that stuff, honey. It's not gruesome content, you won't see blood or stuff like that. It's just a guy holding a speech and explaining what happens in the animal industry.
I will.
If you decide that you want to go vegan, there's Challenge 22 on that website. They send you recipes every day. They hook you up with a nutritionist and help you get the best nutrition that you need. All of it is free. And there's even personalized help. Somebody can log in with you on the Discord server and help you even further.
Thank you so much.
How does that sound?
Great.
You gonna promise me you watch that video?
I will. We'll watch it tonight.
Okay, I like that. Watch that video and act if you want to act, okay?
will.
Okay, have a good one. Amazes me that people who are aware of animal abuse seem so unaware of the abuse involved in their commodification. But this girl didn't become defensive, which I appreciate.
What is your social experiment?
Oh, you want to try it?
Yes.
Okay, I like that. So I'm going to ask you a set of questions to get you to think about more about stuff. How does that sound?
Yes, okay.
How do you feel about animals?
Animals. Good. Some animals are kept as house animals, some animals are like farm animals, and some animals we eat.
Okay. How do you feel about animal abuse?
Animal abuse. Animal abuse is bad.
Okay.
You have to treat them nice. But some people can, in some instances, and some people that can treat animals nice, they have to be stopped.
Okay. What do you think constitutes as animal abuse? What would you say defines this? How would you define it?
Bad housing for animals, no food, no water, stuff like that.
I would say it constitutes as physical or emotional harm. Would you say that's a fair enough definition?
Physical harm is like hitting animals, that stuff. That's not right.
That's not right. Yeah.
Emotional harm is like giving them not enough space to live. But in some industries it's allowed.
Yeah.
I still eat those kind of animals, but you can think that's not right, but it's accepted in the public.
But do you think you can be against animal abuse while simultaneously paying for it?
I do believe that you can be against animal abuse and still accept it, but that's just some
Not accept
people.
it, support it.
Support it. Support animal abuse.
Because when you pay for an animal product, an animal does get abused, right? So then you support that industry. You support it by paying for it.
That is just because it's easy for consumers to buy it like that.
Yeah. But what about yourself? Like I know it's easy to talk about consumers, and it kind of
I
absolves us our responsibility.
do
we
it.
have.
I do it as well. It's
Yeah.
easy for me. I like to buy to go to the supermarket, buy chicken. It's easy.
Yeah.
They're not really right, but it's easy. So I am a part of it. It is not right, but it's just easy. That's the way it is.
So if you were to find that it's just as easy to go to a different aisle and get the vegan products, why wouldn't you do that? What would incentivize you to do that and not pay for any abuse?
That is just because it's just a couple of euros more expensive.
Just a couple of euros more expensive.
Yes,
If you were to find something that works
is.
within your budget, would that work for you?
That would work for me, but now it's just as easy just to go to the more cheaper aisle and get it over there than to go to the more non-abusive aisle and get it there. It's just easier. It's just more on display and stuff like that.
Okay, but that's which one do you think values? Which one would you say you value more? Taking the life of an innocent animal, or moving slightly, I don't know, 50 meters to the left in a supermarket and getting a different product?
Yeah, for me it's a difficult question because it's on the one hand it's just easy to get the cheaper product, but on the other hand you think about the animal welfare and you'd like to pay for it. But for me, it's just what I get to first. So I don't think about it that much in the supermarket, but It's just the most easy way to get it.
But do you think you have a responsibility to think about it more and to do something about it, given that you know that all of these animals get abused and you yourself are against it?
I don't think I have the responsibility. I just think the industry should do it better. But
Is there a good way of killing an animal that doesn't want to die?
yes, just as quick and painful as possible.
So if I do that to a human being, does that make it okay?
If they're made for the industry, yes.
So if
I guess so.
if I have a child, I bring them up to life, but my only purpose for that child is to put them in a system of exploitation and then eventually slaughter them. Would you say it's okay to do this to them?
The system of exploitation, I don't think it's about slaughtering them, because we all know it's generally not okay to eat a human being. But
Why is it not okay?
exploiting human beings is done all over the world.
And do you find it okay?
No, I don't.
Okay, so what is it that you find, what is the difference between a human being and an animal that says to you that it's okay to kill one for food and not the other?
Because it's generally accepted.
Just because it's generally accepted?
Yes.
So if you were to go in a society where it's generally accepted to kill human beings, you would find it okay to kill human beings?
If I'm, how do you say it? If I'm used to being in that society, then I'd say it's okay because I'm used to it. That's the thing that all people do.
So if you go into a society, into a place where people are racist or they're misogynistic, you yourself would become racist or misogynistic? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Is it that do you just not want to?
I know it's not right, but humans tend to follow everybody else, and it's not usual to go against the flow. So yes, I think I'd be racist and misogynistic in that case.
But with all of these things, you do still make a choice for yourself, right? It's not like you follow what humans do. When you go to a supermarket, you are alone with your choice. You make your choice alone. So you yourself can still make a different choice. And even if everybody else is doing something else, you can still make a different choice for yourself and not exploit animals in that matter.
Yes, I know, but it's just more easy and more like following the general stuff and thinking for yourself. Yes, it's just about paying more, but everybody also wants to save some money to buy a house, get a family. Every penny counts, so why shouldn't you buy the more cheap stuff and still eat?
But if you found out that on average a vegan diet is actually cheaper than a regular diet,
yeah, I'd have to think about it.
you'd have to.
But I haven't thought about it like that. So do enlighten me about it.
Okay, so I will give you some resources that will help you get to that.
Yes.
But my question to you is, do you have anything keeping you from doing it other than price?
For myself, not, because I still live with my parents and they do most of the grocery shopping. But if I had to do it myself, I'd probably think about it more. But then I'm just on my own, so I would be more like go for cheaper stuff.
But do you understand your responsibility in the matter?
Yes, I do. I do. But it's just a matter about money, and earning your money. You have to work for it. And some people don't work for the money, and they also get the same price for their food. So why wouldn't I buy the cheaper stuff?
I understand what you mean. It's about money, and you're concerned for money. But like, okay, then let me ask you this: if something would be 10% more expensive, but you find out that thing exploits a human being, would you buy it? Would you buy the cheaper version that exploits human being? I'm sorry,
I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
You'd have to think about
Yes.
it. Okay. Okay. Let me just give you some resources to look further into. How
Okay,
does that
that's
sound?
good.
What's your name, by the way?
My name is Shores.
Shosh.
Shores.
I'm Chip.
Okay.
Nice
Nice
to
to
meet
meet
you.
you.
I'll give you some resources to look further
Okay.
into it. Can you promise me you'll look into it?
Yes, I will look into it.
Okay. So, if you go on this website right here, type in
Yes.
this code or scan this,
Yes,
there's
I
a thing
will.
called the most important speech you'll ever hear.
Yes.
It just teaches you about all the practices.
Okay.
If you choose that you don't want to be part of this anymore, there's this thing called Challenge 22.
Yes.
If you subscribe to it, all of it is free. They send you recipes and they hook you up with a nutritionist to get the best nutrition.
Okay.
And they help you stay within your budget.
Okay.
How does that sound?
That sounds good.
That sounds good.
Yes.
Okay. Just
I'll look into it.
if you look into it. Okay.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, just keep in mind that going forward, whenever you pay for an animal product, an animal will get exploited and abused on your behalf.
Yes.
And if you don't want that to happen, you have to make a change. Okay?
Yes, I will.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, I wanted to end that conversation with this guy. It wasn't. It didn't feel like it was gonna go anywhere, and I didn't want to spend too much time with him. What is it? Why do you keep typing 2 in the chat? What is 2? He seemed a little bit confused. Yeah. Why is everybody typing 2 in the chat?
Yeah, Michael, kom.
Oh, 2 is not vegan.
It's his birthday. We want him over here. Michael, kom. Michael, kijk even wat. Could you show it to him? Michael, kom. Oké, doe welkom wel. Ja, jawel. Ik wil meedoen. Should you do both of us? That's okay?
Yeah, of course, no worries. Okay.
Right, Mr. Social Experience.
Can you come a little bit here into view? Okay. So, what do you think about animals?
Animals?
Yes.
We're cute.
I don't know.
The cat.
Is there something you should find about them?
Do you like them, hate them? What is it? Or nothing, or none at all?
None at all. Animals
Okay.
are just animals.
Well,
I like to eat them.
Okay, what do you think about animal abuse?
oof.
What's animal abuse?
Yeah, my next question was going to be what constitutes as abuse? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say physical or emotional
I would say
harm.
abuse is hitting an animal.
Eating an animal is abuse.
No, hitting.
Hitting,
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Iets anders?
I don't usually eat meat, so I think animal abuse is butchering them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so animal
breeding
abuse
them
would
is-
be, as I said, like causing harm, physical or emotional harm to them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Okay. So would you say you're against it? You said you're against it. How about you? Would you say you're against it?
Against harm?
Against abuse of animals?
Yes.
Okay. And then my next question is, and I'm not trying to catch up on this, I used to participate in it, but do you think you can be against animal abuse while at the same time you pay for it?
What do you mean?
So when you buy an animal product, you pay for animal
Like that?
exploitation and abuse?
I wouldn't say animal consumption is abuse of animals because I think it's necessary to keep animals in a certain environment like they are now, because there are just a lot of people in the world who eat meat.
Oh, well, so you touched upon 2 things there, right? It's necessary and a lot of people in the world do it. So first of all, it's not necessary. We can survive and thrive on a plant-based diet. So
Sure.
So if we can survive and thrive on a plant-based diet, then everything that we do to these animals is optional. We do it for whatever cause we think. We like the taste or whatever else, right? So that's number 1. And number 2, just because everybody does it doesn't make it okay.
No, it's not like that. It's like
It's difficult because we were raised, because I'm from the south of the Netherlands. And
Yeah.
I was raised with it usually eat meat or fish 5 times a week.
Yeah.
No, it's normal.
Yeah.
And then when I grew up, I was like, oh, it's not okay, you know. Animals get pushed in cages, they get bred together, whatever. They die and they get their chills cut off,
Yeah.
whatever. And it's hard because I'm a vegetarian, but I'll eat eggs every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when the vegetarian option is not good, I'm like, oh, you know, I'm on vacation. Who gives a shit? I'll eat meat. It's difficult.
But do you know what veganism is?
I do know what veganism is. Yeah.
Can you express it just to make sure that we're on the same page?
Not eating any animal product, and I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't eat dairy. So really, the only thing it comes down to, because I care about the environment, is chickens. I'm very sorry, all the chickens that are watching, but I end up only eating chicken products.
So veganism is a moral philosophy, is a moral principle that says we exploit the idea that animals should be exploited or abused on our behalf, right?
yeah.
So in that sense, would you say you align with that principle where you say you don't want animals to be exploited on your behalf?
Yeah, of course you don't want animals exploited, but yeah.
I wouldn't say it's exploiting animals because look at it. Look at this. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are like 20 different bars in this corner alone.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that they're not exploiting animals. When
We
they
could live without alcohol. We could only live on water.
Yeah, but the alcohol is bad for you. It's not bad for anybody else, right? The difference is that when you consume an animal product, you harm somebody else. You don't harm yourself.
I
You see
wouldn't
what
say
I mean?
I wouldn't say really harm because I could.
You don't
eat
think killing somebody is harm?
I would say eating a grass-fed cow isn't harm.
So
I would
what
say
about- okay, what about
eating
eating-
A5 Wagyu cows who are being massaged, are being fed.
They're not. That's a myth. But like, imagine me saying, I wouldn't say it's a harm if I kill a human being and eat them. Would
Do
you
you
consider
think-
that as a harm?
Do you think it's harm when a lion kills an antelope?
Because it's a
Just
circle of
answer
life.
my
It's not
question. Do you think that killing a human being and eating them afterwards is harmful, is abusive, it's exploitation?
Eating another human?
Yeah.
If it's without consent, yes. If it's
If
with
it's without
consent,
consent, yeah, exactly,
sure.
exactly. So do you think any of these animals consent to being killed and pushed into
You can't compare a
slaughterhouses?
human to an animal.
Okay, then we touched upon this, and I'm going to ask you a question that most people find it very hard. So, what do you think is the morally significant difference between a human being and an animal that says it's okay to kill one but not the other?
People choose the bear over the man, I guess. The whole bear against man debate, I choose the bear. Yeah.
I have heard about
Yeah.
this trend. I don't know a lot about the bear versus man, but like the more you think about it, you know, all of these animals. Like, if I ask you, why is it bad to harm a human being? Why is it bad? Why do you think human beings deserve rights? The right to body autonomy, to life. Why do you think human beings deserve this basic right?
Because we can't communicate with them and they express their feelings to us.
So if you find human beings that you cannot communicate with, they're mute, they're mentally challenged or something, do you think they should not have these rights?
Well, I personally don't, but I do feel like people would think that.
People will think that.
Yeah.
So the mentally challenged people of this world, do you think it's okay to do this, to do what we do to
Oh,
animals to
absolutely
them?
not. No, but I can't imagine that people think that. That's the whole thing. And I can change the world by not eating meat, but I'm just one person, you know?
Yeah.
I'm trying.
But imagine thinking this way, that racism was at one point, there was slavery, there was racism, right? And imagine if everybody was to say, I'm not against racism, or I'm against racism, but I'll participate in it just because everybody does it, right? So is that what you're saying, that you want to participate in all of this just because everybody does it?
No. I'm saying I'm a vegetarian, but I mean, it's just difficult because for everyone else it's usual, and then you're like a bargain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even...
And I wouldn't compare it to that, but I feel like they're just dragging me into it when I'm trying to stay out of it. It's hard when everyone's pulling at you at the same time.
I understand what you mean. Like, it's hard, but what do you find hard? Because if you know that there's all of these animals are like, if somebody would be dragging you into eating a human being, would you find it hard?
Yeah, of course. More than anyone else. I mean, you read The Lord of the Flies?
So you see, we come back to the same thing, right? I would say human beings deserve to live because they're sentient, because they have emotions, because they feel pain, and because they experience the world around them. They're conscious. We are conscious, just like animals are. So
they're even saying that plants are conscious.
Well, they're not.
Then
but like,
we shouldn't eat plants anymore.
They're
then.
not, because plants don't have
Why?
a central nervous system. They don't have the pain
Well,
receptors.
a
they don't
flower
have
responds to the sun. When it's there, it goes.
Yeah,
to
much
that
like a
side.
computer.
When the sun is there, it
just
goes
like
to that
my
side.
phone reacts to light and all of this. They're just reaction. Just because they react to stimuli doesn't mean that they're conscious or that they have
Just
emotions.
like animals.
Well, animals have a central nervous system just like us. And there's this thing called the Cambridge Declaration of Consciousness, which was built in the 80s, which all of the scientists, well, not all, but most scientists in the world have designed a consensus that all of these animals are actually conscious just like us.
They even say that plants are conscious, that they can feel pain, that they're screaming when you cut them.
But they don't.
Yeah, that's you are telling me this?
No, but do you know
same
what the pyramid?
scientists are
Okay, let me
telling
tell
the
you.
different
Do you know
side.
what the pyramid of evidence is?
The pyramid of evidence?
Yeah.
No.
So at the pyramid of evidence, there's like this pyramid that says, anecdotal evidence is one, then there's empirical evidence, there's then studies, then there's replicated studies, there's at the top of the top, I think it's meta-analysis, where there's studies that have been analyzed and grouped together and all of this, right? So there's a pyramid of evidence, and within the pyramid of evidence, the fact that plants have consciousness is way at the bottom, whereas the fact that animals have consciousness is way more at the top, right? So we can acknowledge that animals have consciousness and that plants don't. But let's say even if you think that plants have consciousness, the fact of the matter is that by going on a vegan diet, by being vegan, you still spare a lot of plants because all of these animals are also fed plants.
You know, to be honest, I don't care if they have conscience or not.
Yeah.
I don't care if plants have conscience. I don't care if animals have conscience. I want to eat meat because I can eat meat.
Yeah.
It's just as simple as that. I want
You're
to
not
lie
eating
about
meat,
it.
you know. You're eating a body, the body of somebody. You want to eat the body of somebody.
Something.
You think an animal is an object,
Yes.
so you objectify animals.
Yes.
Okay, so then would you mind if there's a dog right here and I just kick the dog and then
that's
drag
abuse.
them around?
That's abuse.
So why would you mind? It's an object.
Because
can I
if
not
you're
abuse
killing
an
the dog
object?
to eat it, that's okay. But if you're kicking the dog just to kick it, that's abuse.
Why does it matter? It's the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. We
It's
need
still
it.
an act
We
of
need it.
violence. We don't need to. We have established that we don't need to.
Like I said with the booze, it's also an act of violence. We extract it from something. It's not okay for the planet. We use costs. We use machines. Blah 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 blah.
Which one is an act of violence?
What?
Which one did you just describe right now?
Like this. This is all an object of violence.
All of this is an object of violence.
Yeah, if you're saying it like that, then it is.
So slashing the throat of an animal is the same as sitting in a bar right here?
To a certain point, yes.
To a certain point,
Yeah,
yes.
yes.
So if I was to cut the throat of a dog right here, you would say, well, these people are sitting at the bar, this guy's cutting the throat of an animal.
If you're eating the dog afterwards, I wouldn't say I'm okay with it. But yeah, you're eating it. Just like this. We're enjoying the lights, we're enjoying the music, we're enjoying the drinks, the food, everything. All
You're not being genuine. You're not being honest with this.
I am honest. I just
okay,
have a
then let
different
me ask you
opinion
this. Would you say it's okay to tell a child to cut the throat of an animal to eat them?
At the end of the day, I think we have what we did in the Engels, the king of the jungle, you know what I mean?
You're saying we have power over the animals?
You're saying we have a food
Yes.
chain.
So just because we have power over them, does it mean we should exert our power over them?
Yes.
Okay, so would you say that human beings who have power over you should exert their power over you? Because they have power over you.
In some way, yes.
And you would
yes.
find that okay and moral?
No, because I can defend myself.
Well, what if you couldn't?
If I couldn't, it would be shit for me.
And
but
would you
then,
find
at the
that
end of the
okay?
day, it's like, I'm searching for the right word, weet dat? Wanneer je, moeilijk om uit te leggen. Wat is het woord? Zeg maar, als je voortplant, dan is het de sterkste overleeft. Hoe noem je dat ook alweer? I'm looking for the right word. At the end of the day,
Survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest. Survival is all about survival of the fittest.
What if I killed a person and called it survival of the fittest? Because
Then-
I have power over them. I'm clearly a muscle person.
We have a police force to detain you.
What if I'm in a place where there's no laws?
Yeah, what if there was a place with no animals? What if?
No, man, I'm trying to test your moral values. I'm trying to test your moral values and keep bringing up all these laws and everything. Are you saying the only thing keeping you from not killing a human being is the law?
No.
So then what is keeping you from not killing a human being?
The same thing as not killing a human being by the law. My own consciousness.
Okay, so
I
your own
believe
conscience.
it's
Why
okay-
is it bad to kill a human being?
Why is it bad? Why is it bad? I see you at the point you're going to. I see it. But a human being and an animal are different creatures.
Yeah, you and me are different creatures.
No.
Yeah, we are.
No. We're all human.
We're all human, but
Yeah.
I'm different to you. I'm different to him. We're all different enough that
We're all different, yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
why would the difference matter? You know, people justified enslaving black people by saying that they're different. The same thing, the same justifications they use. So I ask you, what is
But
it?
they
that-
are still wrong.
What is the difference that says it's okay to kill, not okay to kill a human being to you, but okay to kill an animal?
Because I wouldn't eat the human, but I would eat the animal.
So just
You
because
don't see me going here from street to street killing some random dogs and just leave them. Just like you wouldn't see me kill a human for
we're going
just
in
for
circles.
fun.
We're going.
Yeah,
in circles.
I'm going to give you the same answer because it's just like that. I believe it's okay to kill animals to
But,
eat them.
okay, what
if
is
it's
it-
going to be in mass production, it's because
Let me
it's
ask you, what is
necessary
it that
in life.
human beings have that animals don't have? That if animals had it, you wouldn't be killing animals also. What traits?
Let's say
do
there
you-
is no difference. Let's say
Oh,
that
there is no difference.
Let's say there is no difference.
Okay,
then
so
it's
then
still
why
the
would
same
it-
answer for me. I would still eat that cow and kill it for myself.
Kill them.
Because it's the law of the jungle. The strongest one survives. I would like to eat meat, so I'm
But
killing
that could
cow.
also justify killing another people, or another human being, by saying that the strongest one survives.
No.
The thing is,
no,
we were raised by the whole principle of, we're brainwashed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What?
By saying like, oh, it's okay to eat a cow because it'll be in your plate and you wouldn't be able to tell it's a cow. So in a way, we're really brainwashed. And I think we're a little bit stuck in that. If I talk for the both of us,
No, I'm not.
okay, maybe it's just me, but it's hard.
Oh, you're
It's hard to
just-
get out of it. The same way as getting
Yeah.
getting out of whatever.
I understand that.
I'm stuck in it.
And I appreciate your
Loop,
honesty. I
yeah.
understand that, right? But do you think we should strive to get out of it?
Yeah, and that's why I don't eat meat. So
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. And I do, I donate to whatever I can. I tell my friends not to eat that much meat, but in a way, I don't. Well, I do blame them, but I get it. It's hard to get out of it, and it's a progress, and it takes
Because
a while.
there is it's a world that does this, right? The whole world does this, and
And
we normalized it in a
and
way,
the whole
right?
cuisine is like based around meat, protein.
Yeah,
if you want to go to the gym, you want to get big, you eat
Protein,
Yeah.
low calorie.
Yeah,
so
protein.
it's-
I go to the
I
gym.
agree
There's
with
you
that.
can
you
have
get,
protein
you
on
can
a
eat
plant-based
chickpeas
diet.
and you can eat whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can eat legumes and you'd be fine. You still have protein, but it's difficult because we were raised in the south of the Netherlands and we don't get people like you around there.
Yeah,
So
no.
we don't know.
Yeah, I get that.
And
I
it's
get
hard.
That. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you some resources to look further into. What's your name, by the way?
I'm Louis, sorry.
Louis.
I
Nice to
have-
meet you, Louis.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
for talking to
What's
us.
your
I
name?
appreciate it.
Jamal. Okay, Jamal, you need to think about it, man. You're
think
not
about it a lot.
logically. You're not
I have to
logically
think about it a
consistent.
lot.
You realize that,
I just
right?
don't agree with you. And it's
You
hard
don't agree
for-
that you're not logically consistent?
What means logically assistant?
Consistent.
Consistent. What
It
does
means
mean?
that you're committing. You are not. If you were to go into a debate, you would say you have a contradiction at this point in time, because you say it's okay. It's not okay to kill a human being,
Yeah.
but it's okay to kill an animal. And then when I ask you what is it that makes it okay to kill one, what is it that one has and not the other,
Yeah.
you say there is nothing. So then if there is nothing, then it shouldn't. Then it should either be okay to kill a human being or not okay to kill an
It's
animal.
not about being okay or not being okay. It's what I need.
But that's what it is, because you don't need any of it. You choose to do all of it.
That's an assumption.
That's not an assumption. There's
Yes, it
scientific
is.
studies. The largest organization of nutritionists on the planet, who's not a vegan or a vegetarian organization, it's called the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. They have, based on like 50 or 60 studies alone, have said that a vegan diet is suitable for all ages and stages of life, including infancy, pregnancy, and athletes. So you can
That could
survive and
be.
thrive.
That could be.
Yeah. So then. Again, that's what I mean by logically consistent. You see, you choose for animals to die for you, yet you wouldn't choose for a human being to die for you. And if you say that there's no difference between that justifies the difference in treatment, then that means there's no logical consistency right there. That means there's a contradiction within you there.
Okay, if you say so. I don't agree with that. Really.
It's okay. We don't want to go in circles again. I'll just give you a card. Maybe you can share it amongst each other. I'll give him because he seems more interested in the whole matter.
You've got me going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I want you, just if you scan this code right here, or go in this website and type in this code,
Okay.
all you got, there's a thing called the most important speech you will ever hear. It's a speech from a guy in US, an animal rights activist much like myself, who held a speech in front of a
Can I read
university. Yeah, you can read it. And what he,
Just come put my pocket. That's it.
yeah, that's
Hey,
fine.
doe eens normaal.
So, I mean,
It's
if you
for-
yell
it's
at
for
the
the
phone, the
viewers.
microphone is here, by the way. So,
Oh, doesn't
God.
matter that.
Yeah, doe even, kom op.
yeah, so
Yeah, sorry about that. Okay.
it just teaches you about the animal industry,
Uh-huh.
it teaches you about the eggs, and you
Yeah.
can learn, and
Yeah, it's the, honestly, I'm sorry, but it's the eggs and it's the chicken.
yeah,
Chickens, I guess. And I feel like, because they're supposed to live in trees, and I know, but it's difficult.
learn about it.
Yeah, and it's same as fish. Like,
Just promise me you'll watch that video, learn about it.
pinky promise.
There's nothing wrong with having more knowledge, first and foremost.
Yeah.
And then if you decide that you want to change your habit, there's a thing called Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist. They send you they help you out get the best nutrition. Send you recipes every day. All of it is free. And then there's a thing there's even personalized help there. You go on a Discord server and they help you even further. Everything is free. Everything we do is for the animals because we don't
That's
want
very
animals
good.
to be
Yeah, you
exploited.
should be very proud of it. You're
Okay.
doing a really
Yeah,
good job.
thank you for that.
I don't think people say that,
Yeah.
but you're doing a really good
I mean,
job.
enough people say it. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine. I care about the animals at the end of the day. So
I'm sure the animals are proud of you.
please look into that, and just let me just tell you both that going forward, when you will buy an animal product, an animal will be exploited and abused on your behalf. And if you don't want that to happen, you need to live a vegan lifestyle.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
So, okay.
Thanks.
Okay, but it's if you will agree with me, it's a transition period, right?
There is a
So I'm
transition
still in my
period.
vegetarian
Yeah,
era.
so I was a vegetarian, by the way, for 6 years.
Okay.
And the minute I found out what happens in the dairy industry,
I don't eat dairy. I'm very lactose
the minute I
intolerant.
found out what happens in the dairy industry, I switched overnight for
Okay.
me. It was because I just couldn't justify it. I very much value logical consistency in my values. So if I find out that I'm in some way not logically consistent, like for example, after becoming vegan, I realized that maybe buying products like phones or stuff like that can exploit human beings in that sense. So then I'm not buying phones or anything like that anymore. So what I will do in the future, I'll probably buy them secondhand so that I don't participate in this whole action anymore, right? So I want to be logically consistent. I value all sentient life. I value it equally. I think human beings deserve to live. Animals deserve to live. So in that sense, we should all be logically
Sorry, I have
consistent.
very big
That's
ADD.
okay.
Sorry about
That's
that. It's
all right.
nothing
Sorry.
personal.
I get it. I get it.
I'm very sorry. I was
Pause,
just looking
mini
at
cause.
I'm sorry, you're talking to me.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
don't worry. Thank you for the conversation.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
the
you for
conversation.
educating us.
Yeah, please
Yeah.
look into it.
You've never told me your name.
I am Chip, by the way.
Chip.
Chip, yeah.
I think
nice
there
to
should
meet
be
you.
more people out,
Yeah,
of you
yeah.
out there. You're
Just
doing a
look
really good
into
job.
it. You know, it's maybe just get your wheels spinning and think about it. I understand we come into this world thinking one way and thinking that this is normal, but you know, I do think that in some future, in maybe like 100 years from now, people will look back and say, these people
It's really
were...
strange that we ate meat, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's really strange that we did this to animals, because meat, maybe you can eat plant-based meat. You can, maybe at some point there will be lab-grown meat. Whatever it is, right? It's not
And
about
plant-based meat's really
about
good.
the meat. It's about the animal
Yeah.
behind it, right? It's about these sentient individuals that we don't want to be exploited.
Do
That's
you
all it
support
is.
plant-based meat?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Really?
Yeah.
Plant-based meat's really good.
Yeah, I mean, soy chunks are 50% protein. There is no meat on this earth that is 50% protein.
I would say most of the stuff you buy in grocery stores these days, if it's plant-based meat, if it's fabriek gemaakt, hoe zeg je dat?
Factory made, I guess.
Factory
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
something. It's all full of poison.
It's not.
If I could live with my own little
Well, but if
kettle,
you're talking about poison, you shouldn't drink either.
But you know what the appeal to? Yeah,
Maybe
that's
I
one.
shouldn't-
That's a very
maybe
good
I
one.
shouldn't-
You
I
see,
shouldn't be
you see your friend
stuck
is
in-
already
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, oh, it's all full of poison, but then go ahead
Yeah,
and drink
well, that's
some.
all.
we're
No,
standing
man,
here.
no, it's not.
Look at
Listen,
your camera, look at your stand.
listen, the appeal to nature fallacy means that you think that something is good because it's natural or is bad because it's not natural. But that's
Yes.
not true.
No, I
because
don't
you
think
see,
that. I don't
apple
think
seeds, apple seeds have cyanide and they're natural,
Yeah.
but they're
Yeah.
very bad for you. So that's a natural thing that's bad for you.
Yeah.
And yet,
when you eat a lot of them. When I drink a lot of
even
water,
if you eat a
it's
little
the-
bit of
it's
them,
the
they're
same.
bad for you.
It's the same.
They're bad for you even if you eat a little bit. If you eat a lot, they're very bad for you.
If I eat an apple a day, I keep the dentist away.
Doctor.
Yeah.
Doctor away. Yeah.
Either way, my
I've been
point is,
brainwashed, bro.
either way, just think about it. Look into it and think about it more, okay?
Okay.
It's just that there are victims on the other side. I don't really
Sure,
care about what you do or what others. You can go and drink your ass to death if you want. You can smoke your ass to death. I don't care. Like for me, I only care about the victims on the other side, right? And I try to bring your attention to the fact that there's other victims, so that maybe you can make a different choice.
Very good.
Okay.
You're
Thanks
doing a really
for the
good job,
conversation.
Chip.
Yeah.
Have a
Thank you
good
for
day.
thank you for having this conversation with me.
you.
And yeah,
Free Palestine.
Eat
free
meat.
Palestine.
Have a good
Have
one.
a good evening. Yeah. Interesting that he thought vegans wouldn't support plant-based meat. I never tried working on my accent either. It just comes natural. I haven't recorded myself though, so my perception is that I spread it free. Yeah. My legs are cramping up a bit. Today I had a session at the gym where I had a PR with my deadlifts. I deadlifted 160 kg for 5 reps, which is it's pretty insane if you ask me for today. So my legs are pretty much cramping up a little bit right now. So I will keep this maybe 2 more conversations and then I'll probably stop. I still have a lot of battery, so I can still do it for longer, but let's see. Tico says, Chip, maybe ask them if every time they eat an animal, they had to kill them themselves, they'd still do it. That's a good point. Yeah, maybe I should have asked that. I didn't grasp that. I do think that his friend was very open-minded, and he kind of what the thing with alcohol was, I didn't even think about it, but he instantly brought the argument like, oh, the plant-based meats are poison, but then he said alcohol, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's true. But they were good lads, yeah.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too, man. It was a good conversation anyway. Hi.
Hi.
You wanna try?
What's your ticket name?
You have it on the card that I sent you. It's Vegan Power
Yes,
Lab.
one.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
thanks.
yeah.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Self-inflicted injury, Chip. Great point about the cyanide. Yeah, that's the thing, you know, when sometimes you kind of have to. You did great, Chip. The animals are proud of you. Yeah, that's what he said also. Sometimes you kind of have to teach these people about critical thinking and a little bit of why logically consistency matters. Well, I didn't teach him why it matters, I just think it matters. But the reality is it matters because if you're not logically consistent, you can justify all sorts of horrors. And we don't want that. Let's see if somebody else comes up. You guys want to try? Hey, you want to try?
Hello.
Hi. You want to try the social experiment? Okay, nice. Can you come a bit closer here?
Yes.
Okay, so I will ask you a set of questions just to get you to think a bit
Okay.
more. Okay, what do you think about animals?
About animals.
Yeah.
I I like animals, but also not.
Also not?
Yeah,
What
I
do you
don't
mean by
like
that?
Insects. I don't
Ah,
like.
you don't like insects? Okay, that's fine. What do you think about animal abuse?
Yeah, that's horrible.
What do you think constitutes abuse?
What's that?
Like, what do you think abuse is? Like, if you were to define animal abuse, how would you define it?
Oh,
Wearing fur.
yeah, that's abuse.
Wearing leather?
Testing makeup products on animals.
No, I like that. Well, that is abuse. Yeah, that's true. I would say it's emotional and physical harm, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then, do you think you can be against the abuse of animals and at the same time pay for it?
What?
Pay for it, support it. Do you think you can be against it while at the same time you pay for it?
Yeah, because we use makeup. We use makeup, and people test makeup on animals.
Also,
so
yeah.
that's
Also,
what-
when you buy an animal product like cheese, milk, or meat, or any of these products, an animal does get abused.
Yes, but it only stops when everybody stop wearing fur and leather.
And don't eat meat,
That's when it
and
stops.
don't
But
eat animal-based products.
Do you understand supply and demand? So you come here, come here. Come here, be part of the conversation. You seem to have a good opinion. Yeah, you're live, but it's okay. You seem to have a good conversation. You seem to have a good opinion. So the idea of supply and demand is that when the whole market that we live in stands by supply and demand. So when
But
you
I
buy
agree-
from animal product, they will.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah, that's really bad. But I need to go. Sorry.
Okay, can I give you a card to look into it?
No, I'm
No.
not very interested. Bye.
Okay. Save your energy. Yeah, it feels like, if I'm ever in danger, by the way, if I'm ever in danger, just talk about veganism. Instantly, everybody runs away. Instantly. It's kind of funny, really. Yeah. Yeah, there was her friends were like, wearing leather, Hey, you guys want to talk to me? So many people, it's insane. You deserve a good one now, mate. Sending the vibes. Let's see. Let's hope so. There were some pretty good conversations today. There were some pretty good. Much better than a lot of times. By the way, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Yeah. Sure. What do you mean like... See you, man. I don't know if you guys... You want to try it?
What is it?
It's a social experiment. I ask you some questions and get you to think. How does that sound?
Do you speak English?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, in English, of course. Yeah. Okay. So what do you think about animals?
Animals? In English?
Yay or nay? What is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
nice.
of course.
What about animal abuse?
Animal abuse?
Yeah.
C'est quoi animal abuse?
Like hurting animals,
Hurting?
exploiting animals.
Oh, no.
No,
Of course not.
No, okay.
No. Experience of animal.
Okay, so do you think you paying? Then my question is, do you think you can be against it while you pay for it?
I could pay for it.
Okay.
I could pay for it to avoid that people explore animal.
No, well, the question is, do you think you can be against exploitation of animals while at the same time you pay for it? While at the same time you support it?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Pourquoi tu payes? Tu payes pas directement.
Bah, il y a plein de choses que des habits,
What
de
do
make-up.
What do you mean by pay for it?
So when you buy, support an industry that exploits animals, you pay for animals to be exploited,
To
right?
be honest, before I have a Canada Goose, so it's the worst
It is really
stuff.
bad.
Yes,
it is
I
really
know,
bad.
but I didn't know because
Yeah.
nobody talked about that. It's a little bit high. So when I discovered that's finished. I didn't buy this jacket anymore.
Okay, I like that. So, what do you think about the animals we force into slaughterhouses for us? Into slaughterhouses?
What is in zoo?
No, like
Sorry.
like the animals that we kill for food.
Ah,
I saw that. I saw that. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I'm sure. You
You're
know,
sure?
because some agriculture they treat really good their animal during all the life, and
And then they kill them.
yes, but in good conditions.
Which conditions would you like to be killed in?
No suffer.
No suffer.
No suffer.
Yeah.
So if you had to choose between being killed in a nice conditions or not being killed, which one would you choose?
We try to be more to take off the meat the most possible.
Ouais.
We take haricots rouges, the pois chiches, all vegetarian stuff. We try the meat, the vegetarian meat. But actually, what I choose is not just
I
cats,
see that.
it's
Yeah.
meat.
Yeah. So do you think that all these animals? Do you think we need to consume animal products?
No.
No, we don't.
I think we don't need.
So we choose to.
I try the most possible in the week to avoid. But when I'm in a weekend or in restaurant, I'm gonna choose the first something with animal or. And in Amsterdam, if you compare with the France, you have a lot of restaurants and lot of alternative. We were in restaurant 2 hours ago, and there's a lot, many
Doesn't
dishes.
really matter because you still chose an animal to die for
Yes,
you, right?
yes, I know, it's not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So then, if you are against are you against the unnecessary killing of animals?
Est-ce qu'on est contre
Oui, je sais,
ouais.
je sais pas,
Yeah, it's difficult to explain in English, but it's clearly society construction. We don't need. Of course, we don't need.
Yeah.
But since our
you can
birth,
find protein
since our-
in another place.
Yeah, of course,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
Since our birth in France or in
Yeah, you grew
Europe,
up
in the
with it,
world,
you
in the
grew
world,
up with
in
it,
the
yeah.
world, we eat meat. But so
But it's not an addiction as a cigarette. Cigarette, I can understand that people have difficult to stop it.
yes, but
The only difference is that a cigarette is bad for the person who smokes it.
Yes.
This is bad for another. This is a
Yes,
victim.
of
Yes.
course.
This is synonymous with being like, imagine somebody beats their wife, right?
Yes.
It's bad for the wife. It's not bad for him.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it,
yeah.
right? So in that sense, imagine that this person beats their wife every day because they've been taught to beat their wife every day, but then at some point says, "I'll just beat my wife in the weekend and only."
No, yeah, of course. Of
Isn't that kind of? Do
Yeah, I
you
understand.
resonate with what
Yes,
you're?
yes,
Do you see the parallel with what
It's
you're?
mine,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I know we have to change, and I know we are young, and the youngness has to do.
Yeah.
it's about human nature.
It's like
we are
environment.
we are selfish, and like you say.
Yeah, but it's so easy to say this, right? It's easy to sweep it under the rug by saying, this is human, we're selfish, all of this.
Course,
but the
yes,
reality
yes.
is we do have a responsibility,
Yes.
don't we, right?
And we have a friend who had this idea,
Yeah.
and we were in ski, yes, in Alpes, Ulysse, and he doesn't eat any meat,
Yeah.
any
Animal products.
no.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
And
Animal
in
products.
restaurant, he has just one plate that he could choose. A little salad or something like that.
In some restaurants, I would say in others probably more.
And he took that. So I said, okay, you have good values because you purchase you you keep your values, even if he loves the meat a lot before, but right now he say, no, not just the weekend, not just because I'm with friends. No, I have my value and I have to stay with them a long time.
Yeah, but let me test your morals a little bit, because would you kill a human being to eat them?
No.
And if the only options in the restaurant that you go to would be human meat or plant meat, which one would you have?
Plant meat, of course.
Okay, so then, as I understand, right now in restaurants you have the option to animal meat and plant meat. So then the question is, what do you think? Why is it that you think it's okay to kill an animal but not a human being?
I think you're right.
I think you're
I
right.
think you're right.
Yeah.
No, I think
So then,
you're
what would get you to change? Because it seems like you are on that same track. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I try. Really, I eat meat. I eat a lot of salad and pois chiche and lentilles.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Just
you
eggs.
try.
Eggs is complicated for me to stop it.
do you know what happens for eggs?
Yeah, I know a lot of chicken, but it depends where you buy it.
So eggs, chickens that lay eggs, they come from hatcheries.
Yes.
And a hatchery is a place where the chickens, where farmers buy the chickens from, right? So there could be small farmers, there could be local farmers, there could be big farmers. Doesn't really matter. All of them come from hatcheries. What happens in hatcheries is that
Distress.
somebody, from all the eggs that were laid by other chickens, when they hatch, there's a 50-50 chance that the chicken coming out is either male or female.
Yes.
If they're female, they go to the farmers buy them and they lay eggs going forward.
If they are
But if they're male, on their first day of life, they get blended up alive. They go into an industrial blender where they get blended up alive. It's either that or a gas chamber. So none of it is. Or some worker twists their neck. Would you say any of that is okay?
No.
Okay.
No,
so
of course not. We are not going to say
that's what
yes,
happens for eggs.
yes,
That's
yes,
what
yes,
happens
it's
for
great.
eggs.
It's a
That's
great
what happens
idea.
for
No,
eggs.
of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. But the reality is that it's a serious matter for them, right?
Yes, yes.
I think from the moment we spoke, thousands of animals, tens of thousands of animals were killed just at this point in time, right? So, the question is, do you want to keep participating in this?
Of course. No.
No. So then, what is keeping you from living a vegan lifestyle? Do you know what veganism is?
What?
Veganism is. Do you know what veganism is?
Je connais pas.
Vegan. Est-ce que tu
Ah,
es prêt
ah.
à devenir vegan?
I have to.
Non.
I have to. Of course I
Non,
have to.
c'est pas une. It's not.
It's
It's not
you know
an
what the problem is?
obligation.
Not the problem, because
Just a choice.
we have our conscience. I have by myself to say, okay, you have to eat meat for this reason, for this reason, for this reason.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I don't want to look on YouTube or all the problem of animals, and because I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna say, no, I don't want to eat this anymore.
You don't want to
Okay?
see it.
Of course.
But
No,
that
I
doesn't
don't
mean it
wanna see
doesn't happen, does it?
I don't want, because I know it is sad, I know it's terrible, and I would like just one thing, like environment,
Yeah.
I would like an environment that star people or can take jets, okay, to go shopping to Paris from London.
And that's about the
Okay?
environment. But it's
I would like this rules,
Yeah.
and I would like this rule for all of us about the meat. You take off meat of the supermarket, or you let people eat a little meat, but as you said at the beginning,
an animal still dies
voilà,
for that.
Yeah, for that.
Do you think for them it matters that you eat a little bit or you eat a lot? For the animal that dies for that one little piece of meat?
Yeah, I know. So government have to change, and I think people have to change, because in France it's like that.
But you still, this is another way of absolving yourselves of the responsibility you have as individuals, because you do have a responsibility in the matter. The reason why these industries exist is because you pay money to them.
Yeah.
You pay for these things to happen. When
Yes.
you buy an animal product, when you bought that sandwich,
Yes, yes.
you told the farmers, do this
Okay,
to the
good,
animals.
good,
Yeah,
and keep going
yeah.
to do
Keep doing
your-
this, yeah.
Yes.
So in that sense, the government cannot intervene in that system, right? We live in a capitalistic world. Government cannot just say, we got to cut off all of these industries. And even if the government could say that, imagine when 97% of the world wants to eat animal products and doesn't understand it, they will just, you have riots and all of this in the world,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
So at this point in time, we're at a place where we need individual changes. We need people to change so that at some point when we reach a certain percentage, yes, the government will have to be involved. But at this point in time, you are responsible for it. I am responsible for it. All of us that consume animal products. And right now you are faced with this change because I am here speaking to you, you know?
Yeah.
I am raising this issue with you, and I am expressing and showing to you that all of these animals, they all want to live. None of them want to die, just like you and me.
Yes, yes,
Right?
yes, yes. Yes, we have, for example, we have a dog.
Yeah.
If in a life in a city, people want to eat a dog, I will crazy.
And what is
I
it-
said, no way, what are you doing? And
And what is it exactly that a dog
what is the
has
difference
that,
with
yeah, exactly.
cost? Yeah, I know.
There's no difference, is there?
There's no difference.
Right. So, I don't know if do you know about
So we have to change more.
do you know about the dairy industry,
Of
for
course.
example? About cheese for dairy. Do you know what happens for
The
dairy?
cheese?
Yeah.
You want to avoid the cheese also.
But do you know what happens for dairy? For milk?
Yes. They have to be pregnant.
There you
yes, to give some milk.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff. And they are big, big, big because they take time to, I don't know,
To milk them.
Yes, to make
Yeah.
them.
So that's only part of it. The reality is that cows, yeah, they need to get pregnant, but farmers don't wait for them to just decide to be pregnant. So they forcefully impregnate them,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
So they're held in a thing that the industry term is called a rape rack. They're held by their neck. Somebody puts their hands in their anus,
Yes, yes, yes. I
holds
know.
their
I
cervix and
already
injects
see
the
it.
semen. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
And when the baby is born, after 9 months, when the baby is born, the gestation period is very similar to us humans. It's 9 months, right? And when the baby is born, because the milk has to go for human consumption, they're separated from the mother.
Yeah,
And you
I
see
know.
these videos where the cows cry for their baby, they
Yeah,
run
but
away.
not all the farmer.
All of them separated because otherwise they drink the milk and they can't justify it financially. You know, you see, they objectify these animals to a point that it doesn't really matter to them about the well-being of the animal, about any of it. All they see is profit, right? They care about the animals up until they make them money, because if the baby's a male, they either get killed or get raised for a year or two and then get killed for meat. If the baby is a female, they get put in the same cycle as their mothers. Yearly forceful impregnation, having their babies taken from them, up until like 6 to 8 years, when, depending on the farm, depending on the breed, when farmers can no longer justify keeping them alive financially because they don't produce enough milk to keep them financially alive. And they can live up to 20 years, so they die at 8 years old, so they don't live even half their life. So wouldn't you say that this is a bad system as exploitation? Would you say that is there an actual difference for cheese, between cheese and meat? Both of them are the same industry.
So you don't eat cream, you
No.
don't eat milk, you don't eat.
I don't eat anything that exploits
fish?
animals. Well,
Fish?
no, fish are sentient, just like
No
all
fish.
animals. They're sentient. They feel emotions. They
Yes.
feel pain.
Yes, yes, yes.
So if I don't need to eat any of them, why would I choose to eat any
Yes,
of them?
yes, 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 I understand. I understand. You're right. I think you're right, but yes.
It may sound difficult right now, right? Because you've been used to this whole way of thinking where it's okay to do this to them. But like, if you replace any of these animals with a human being, would you find it okay?
Yes.
You would?
No, 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 no. Of course not.
Yeah. So if there is no difference between a human being and an animal that justifies the difference in treatment, then we should also not do it to animals also, right?
There is no sense to keep to eat some meat.
Do you have any questions for me?
No,
Really, any questions? You can ask anything. I'm a vegan myself.
no, no, no. But he like this kind of discussions.
It's frustration.
Frustration.
The frustration, because I don't speak English very
I
well.
understand that, yeah.
So
He has a lot of ideas
for
in
explain
French.
all my ideas, it's
Try-
very difficult. But
Try to formulate them. Maybe I can answer them. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
perfect.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
So maybe try to.
I understand.
formulate-
I
yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
I understand, but as like I said early, it's about our personal vision, education, social construction. It's very difficult to get out of this
Cycle,
all things.
yeah.
So I think for the things change in the whole world, we need us
To move.
to raise our children to have a great value
Yeah.
on the start of his life, because it's more difficult for me, for example, to change than a kid with good value at the start.
But do you think that's I understand what you mean, but do you think it's more difficult for you to change?
Yes.
Or more difficult for these animals that get forced into these places? Because we have to see this
Of
from
course.
that perspective,
Of
right? It's not a problem. That's the thing about this whole issue. It's not a problem about our choices about ourselves. It's a problem of how our choices affect others, right?
Yes.
Right. It's a problem of how we create a trail of victims everywhere we go. We kill these animals, and all of them, they all just get one shot at life. Their whole life minimized for a hamburger, for a sandwich, for 10 minutes of our pleasure, whatever it is, right? When we could easily choose something else.
Yeah, of course you're right.
It's a whole life for that,
Yeah, of course you're right.
right? That's all it is.
You can have the same réflexion. Comment tu dis réflexion? Reflection?
A mindset.
The main mindset of all of things in the world, of disaster in the world.
Yeah.
Écologie. Écologie.
Eh oui, écologiste.
Or, enfin, many things.
Yeah.
Comment on dit quand
To save our planet, we have to move. We know. The generation before, I think they didn't know.
Yeah.
Right now,
Yeah.
Earth's generation, we know, and we don't move. That is the problem.
It's true, and it's not just about the environment or the planet, right? Because if you think about the environment, it would be good for the environment to start killing people, right? One person less on the world would mean better for the environment, but it wouldn't be something that we should be doing. So in that sense, this whole issue is a matter more about animal rights. It's a matter of respecting these individuals.
People who is living.
Yeah, respecting people who are living.
Yes.
Yeah,
If you respect people who are living, you have to respect animals who are living.
completely agree.
I think.
Right? We all deserve to live, all of us.
Yes.
Nobody, just because we're more powerful or smarter, doesn't mean that we can abuse this over them, right?
I never take a human, put him in a cage, wait a little bit that he is more bigger, more smaller. I never wanted to open his mouth to give some pasta or stuff like that
Yeah.
and kill him. I never will do it.
Yeah. And the reality there is that all
But
of these
we
animals,
do it with animals too, of course.
all of these animals, their fate is all the same. They all go to a slaughterhouse where it's just awful.
Yeah.
And they all get exploited regardless if they get treated nicely. And exploitation means that they're used for what they produce and for their body, nothing more, right? And they're not considered they're never considered what they want. They're never considered what they wanted. Like in sanctuaries, you see cows like you throw a ball to a cow and they play just like a dog does. They go and play with the ball and come back with it. So they want to do, they want to live their life just like you and I do. So if I was to make an analogy, it would be like, imagine saying me locking you in my basement, giving you the best food, giving you the best treatment, and then killing you when I want.
Of course.
So even if we treat the animals nicely, we still exploit them if at the end of the day we only see them as objects, right?
Yeah.
Can I give you some resources to look further into it?
Can you what?
Can I give you some resources to look further into it?
Yes.
Okay. What's your name, by the way?
Mathilde.
Mathilde. Nice to meet you. Matilda or Mathilde?
Mathilde.
Matilda. Nice to meet you, Matilda. What's your name?
Johan.
Ewan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, no, I'll just give you a card. You like dogs? You like dogs.
Okay.
So, if you scan this code or go on this website and type in this thing,
Yes.
there's a thing called the most important speech you will ever hear.
Okay.
Can you promise me you'll watch that?
Yes.
It just teaches you about the animal industry. There's not a lot of blood. It's not gruesome content.
Yes.
It just teaches you about happens of eggs, honey, so that you learn. There's nothing wrong with having information, right?
Okay.
if you choose that you want to be vegan afterwards, there's Challenge 22.
Yes.
Everything that I mentioned right now is free. If you subscribe to it, they send you recipes, they hook you up with nutritionists. There's thousands of people, I think, including in France, and they help you get the best nutrition, and they send you recipes and all of everything that you need. And there's even personalized help. Somebody will look in with you on a Discord server and help you even further if you need more. How does that sound?
Yes, I promise you.
You promise me you're gonna watch that?
I promise you.
Okay, and
I always hold me on my.
and please act, because going forward, just be aware that going forward, when you will pay for an animal product, an animal will go to a slaughterhouse on your behalf. Okay?
Yes. I promise.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Okay. I'm Chip, by the way. I'm Chip. You can
Okay.
find my socials there if you need more. Okay? Yeah. Have a good one. Bye. Chip, your rhetoric there is excellent. Thank you. I think it's pretty late. I think I might call this a day. Yeah, so let me just, before I close this live stream, let me just show you a little bit of what the atmosphere is here. Bear with me. My battery is doing fine, Leon, because right now I found a solution to make the dongle work. Apparently, if I connect the battery to the dongle and the dongle to the phone, then it works. If I connect the dongle to the phone and then the battery to the dongle, it doesn't work. Really weird. I cannot possibly understand. More Joy asks, Chip is your name? Yes, Chip is my name. Dandelion says, Chip, grow a big vegan mustache. I would be accustomed to growing a big beard, but it comes up patchy, and I don't know. I tried it. I have a photo of me with a beard. I also have a photo of me with a mustache. But if I grow a mustache, because you see my jaw, I don't think you can tell, but my jawline is pretty big. So when I grow a mustache like this, my jawline looks even bigger. So I kind of look a bit funny. Christina says, Chip, if you had longer hair, you would be vegan Jesus. Yeah, I wish I had longer hair. Like, if there's something that in my life I ever wanted ever since I was young was having long hair, but yeah, what the hell can I do about it? I can't. There's nothing I can do about it right now. So okay, let me try this because I want to show you kind of what the atmosphere is before I end the live stream. I'm going to remove you from this holder and show you a little bit around. Okay, let me see if I can flip the camera. Yes, I can flip the camera. Okay, so as you can see, it's full of people. There's a lot of people here. Everybody's just having a good time. Some of them are exploiting animals, some aren't. Let's hope most aren't, although I doubt it. Hello! Live vegan. Live vegan. Yes. Live vegan.
Vegan?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
are you vegan?
I'm not, but I really support the cause. I'm so sorry.
Why are you not vegan?
Because I've never considered stopping eating meat, but that's a good thing to do.
Life?
What do you think veganism is? Yes.
Sorry?
What do you think veganism is?
I don't know, to be honest.
So it's a moral philosophy where we oppose the idea that animals should be commodified or treated as objects.
Yeah.
Do you find that okay? Do you think?
I do, somehow I do, but I'm still like trying to find the motivation to really stop, you know?
Yeah.
But of course I do support the cause, and then
yeah.
I think animals are important and they're not supposed to die, you know?
Yeah. Do you think animals deserve to live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really think that.
Yeah.
It's, if we should live, why they shouldn't?
Yeah, so
right?
it seems like your morals are on par with veganism. It's just your actions aren't aligned with your morals, are
True.
you? Yeah. So what would get you? What would incentivize you? What would make you say, tomorrow I'm going vegan, that's it? Today, not tomorrow, today I'm going vegan. What would get you?
That's a great question, and I would be really happy if you could answer that now, but I can't.
Okay.
But I'll find my motivation somehow.
Can I give you a card to look more into it?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for me? I'm a vegan, by the way.
For how long are you vegan?
I've been vegan for 2 years now. I was vegetarian for 6 before, but...
and what was your motivation, like, to stop?
I just couldn't justify doing this to animals. That's all it is, you know. Like, for me, well, no, not just for me. Like, do you all the things that we do to animals, you know, we forcefully impregnate them, we take their babies, we kill their babies, we steal their milk, we kill them, we do horrible things to animals. Do you think, would it be okay to do any of this to humans?
Of course not. And it's not human if you think in that perspective. Like
Yeah.
you kill a baby and then it's animal, but it's alive.
Yeah.
And it matters.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you know, all of these animals are sentient. Do you know what sentience is?
What?
Sentience.
Sentience? No, I'm not sure.
So sentience is synonymous with consciousness. It means that they're aware of their surroundings. They have a subjective experience. They much like you are aware of what you see right now around you. They have thoughts. They have emotions. They have feelings. All of this.
True.
They feel happiness and they feel sadness.
Mhm.
And all of these animals are like that.
Yeah.
All of them are. So in that sense, I would say, what got me to be vegan was the fact that if I wouldn't do this to a human being, why would I do it to an animal?
True. Yeah, that's a nice perspective.
Yeah, because there's no difference between us and them. We're just more intelligent. But there's no actual difference that says it's okay to kill one and not the other, isn't it?
That's true. I agree with you. Yeah. But
What's your name?
I'm Lucas.
Lucas. Nice to meet you, Lucas.
Nice to meet you. And
Yeah.
good luck with that. And I hope you can convince people to stop.
Yeah, I'll just give you a card before you go, okay?
Of course.
Can you, so go on this, scan this, or go on this website and type in this code.
Mhm.
And there's a thing called the most important speech you'll ever hear. Just watch that. You learn about the practices.
Of course.
And then if you decide that you don't want to be part of it, Challenge 22. They
Good.
hook you up with recipes. They give you a nutritionist. All of it is free. And
Yes.
you have even personalized help
Good.
further. How
Thank
does
you
that
very
sound?
much.
Does that sound
Yeah,
good?
amazing.
Can you promise me you'll watch that just to
I
get
will,
informed?
I will.
Okay.
I will. Thanks.
Lucas, right?
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Lucas.
Nice to meet you. Bye-bye. Have a
Yeah,
nice evening.
Have a nice evening. How about you guys? What do you think about it? You don't speak English? It sounds to me like you speak English very well.
Brasileira. Oi, gente, I love Brasil, I love Brasil. Grava, gente, eu falando aqui, ó. Oi, gente, boa noite, bye bye, good night.
Okay. Okay, here's gonna. What's your name?
Thank my name is Maisa.
Maisa. Nice to meet you, Maisa.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye. Spread the vegan love, okay? We want love in this world. Let's not be violent to animals, okay? Bye. Yeah, so I was gonna show you what happens in this market, and then I ended up having a short conversation with somebody. So yeah, as you can see, look at this thing. It's just insane how many people there are. I think this will be a regular from now on. I will come and do activism from now on, because it's insane how many people there are over here. Yeah. Everybody's saying hello. There's a nice atmosphere also. People don't get too defensive. Yeah. My phone was actually playing something in the background. I don't know, did you guys hear that my phone was playing something in the background? Linda says too many people. Yeah, there are a lot of people indeed. I will end this. It's been 2 hours and a little bit. This is the 40-year-old vegan asked, where is this? This is called the Rembrandtplein in Amsterdam. Morejoy says, Chip, you need a person to section that lady. I'm not down with sectioning, so not really. I don't know what sectioning a lady means. Okay, you didn't hear anything. That's good. That's good that you didn't hear anything. Erit says, thank you so much for what you do. You are truly an amazing individual. Thank you. I'm not that great. It's okay. Would love to work with you one day. Need to figure out my epilepsy. Oh my God, I'm sorry that you're going through that. But I invested in a Lume Cube ring light. Yeah, listen, there's all forms of activism. I don't have a problem doing this. Yeah, there's a lot of people. I think if I stay more, I'll have more conversations. So I just want to say, do what kind of activism works for you. Just as long as you speak up on behalf of animals, you don't have to do what I'm doing now. You don't have to go into this crazy ass busy area where people are half drunk, half stoned or whatever. Just go out there and speak for behalf of animals. You guys want to have a conversation?
je te kijken. Wat ben je aan het doen?
English.
English. What are you doing tonight here?
So I'm talking to people. I'm having a social experiment. You want to try
Oh, yes. How many people are looking?
it? 44.
Oh, I need more. I need more people.
You need more people. Yeah, I can't help you with that.
Okay.
So, what do you think about animals?
Animals?
Yeah.
I like them.
Okay. What do you think about animal abuse?
Animal abuse, yes, it's sad. It's very sad.
Okay. What would you consider animal abuse?
Nou, I don't like dolfinarium. I hate dolfinarium. Fuck dolfinarium. Do you know dolfinarium?
I know. Fuck them. Yeah.
Yeah, echt fuck them.
Fuck them.
I think it's very sad. But I do een, hoe noem je dat? Een enquête. Noem je zo'n enquête? Questions. Is het op TikTok? Nee. Een enquête.
it's on
Hij deed
YouTube.
zo'n
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Oké. Hij deed zo'n enquête. Do you know an enquête?
No.
Some list with questions for dolfinarium before they do stop dolfinarium. So,
Okay.
they need to stop dolfinarium.
Okay.
It's
So
very sad.
why are you against the delphinarium?
Yeah, all this fish in a small bed. They need to go in the sea.
Because they need to be free, right?
Yes.
Okay. So would you say that all the animals value their freedom?
Yes, they need freedom.
Okay. I like that. So what do you feel? How do you feel about the animals that we force into slaughterhouses for us?
I'm sorry?
How do you feel about the animals that we force into slaughterhouses for us?
Like pigs for meat?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah. Do you think they want to be free?
Yeah, we need to eat.
But we don't need to eat animals.
Ja, maar we need some... wat is eiwit in het Engels?
Protein.
Ja, we need protein.
Do I look like I'm protein deficient?
I don't know.
I'm not protein deficient.
No?
You can have protein from plants.
Hallo,
Ja.
wordt wel mooi blij. Nee, je moet blijven tikken, hè?
Yeah.
Maar, no, what do you eat?
There's all sorts of products if you want protein necessarily. There's soy, there's all of this
Do
these
you
other
eat
products.
soya? That's like cat food.
Soya is cat food?
Yes?
That's okay, you can have soya, it doesn't really
It's
matter.
nice, cat food.
It doesn't really matter if you classify it as cat food. Thank you. It doesn't really matter if you classify it as cat food. It's high in protein and it helps you, right? Because at the end of the day, if you think that animals deserve to be free, then why would we enslave them, abuse them, and slaughter them when we don't need to?
Yeah, but like a very back, like the middeleeuwen, like back when 1500. Yeah, they need meat.
But now we don't. In the 1500, you can justify doing
Yeah.
shitting on the street because there were no toilets.
Yeah,
That- nowadays we can't justify that, so
Yeah,
we can't justify killing animals also.
Yeah, but now you need food that is all shit in it, like like chips. That's fat. You need this is all fabric shit.
Doesn't matter because if all of these things are healthy enough for us that we can survive and thrive, then
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't really matter.
it's not healthy.
They are. So there's several studies that all of these plant-based meats that you have a problem with are healthy. But when you think about vegan food, you don't necessarily have to think about plant-based meats, right? There's also pasta, rice, beans, lentils, legumes. All of this, would you say pasta is unhealthy?
No, it's not unhealthy, but
There you go. Would you say tofu is unhealthy?
yeah, I don't eat tofu because I don't like it.
Yeah, but if you don't like tofu, you probably haven't tried the good recipes because tofu is fucking excellent.
Yeah,
But-
but you need to take a lot of shit in it, and then you like it.
Well, you just need to add spices to it, just like you do with meat, right? But like at the end of the day, it's not about what you do, right? At the end of the day, it's about not exploiting or killing these sentient individuals. Do you know what sentience is?
Yeah. Now, I need to go.
Sorry, the
Wait.
interview's over.
But finally.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good one. Okay, guys. The app anyway is yeah. I don't know. She just wanted to flirt lots, says Mabius. Yeah, it kind of felt that way. I can't with the obnoxious drunk one, says Christina. Christina, that's part of the fun at the end of the day. So I'm going to end this because the app is doing this thing where the phone goes into standby mode. I don't know why it does that. Oh, I see, because it's the batteries no longer work. I don't know what happened. Yeah, it's no longer connected to the battery. Anyway, thank you so much for being in this stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the conversations.
Hoi.
Hi.
Alles goed?
All is good, yeah.
Mooi man.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the conversations. There's just all sorts of people here. I will go now, go to bed, speak up on behalf of animals. Animals deserve it. You see, and if you think it's gonna get derailed, the conversations, what I try to think about is just the animals. Just always bring it back to the animals. Whenever they bring up nutrition, you speak about nutrition a little bit, and then bring it back to the animals. Fuck it. It's about the animals. You see, none of this matters. You can get the good nutrition. You can think about all of it. So, yeah. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe. What are you doing? Subscribe. Come on, just hit that subscribe. I don't know where it is. Somewhere here, there, or there, or there, or there. Like this stream. Yeah, and thank you for being here. I love you guys for being here. I love all the support. And yeah, we're going to do this as a regular basis. I just like it too much. We're going to do this on a regular basis. It's very enjoyable. Yeah, everybody's just, it's insane. It's enjoyable, and we're educating people. And I actually have found today that a lot of people were pretty open-minded. We spread the word, and yeah, we're making a difference. We're making a difference. So yeah. Thank you everybody for being here. I hope the moderators haven't had too much of an issues in the chat. I hope there were people in the chat who actually got something from all of these conversations. I hope everybody who's watching this got something from this conversation. If you have further questions, drop them in the comments here. Everybody's willing to help you out. Nobody will judge you. We just want animals to not be exploited. That's all it is. Okay, so if you're not vegan, we won't judge you. Just have a conversation with us. That's all it is. There's nothing wrong with having conversations at the end of the day. And get informed. You'll find some links in the description below. You'll find links how to get informed. You'll find the speech that I keep telling everybody about. You'll find all the resources that I told everybody about right in the description of this video. So please do it, okay? Rest up, Chip. Chest and back tomorrow, says more dates, more fiber. I think I'm gonna take a break tomorrow. The PR today was really intense. So yeah. Yeah, and in case you don't know, I will brag again about my awesome PR. 160 kg, 5 reps, deadlift. Yeah, boy. Thank you so much everybody for being here. Have an awesome evening, have an awesome rest of the day. If you're not vegan, go vegan. If you're vegan, become an activist, speak up for the animals, whatever way you can. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Yes, I see John Doe subbed, love it. If you want more resources on veganism, find them in the description. I think I mentioned all of this before, but do it, okay? Thank you so much everybody, and yeah, live vegan, love vegan, and let's not be violent towards animals. At the end of the day, it's all about that. It's about us living in communion with them, us being, I don't know, friendly towards them, and us not being violent. You know, when you buy animal products, you're in a position of violence. You're in a position that exploits and is violent towards animals. So if you don't want to be in that position, and then don't be in that position. And if you're having difficulties with that, as I said, there's resources in this video, and drop a comment down below. We'll help you out even more. We just want to get to this vegan world. We just want animals to survive. We want animals to survive. I'm sorry. You can survive and thrive. We want animals to be liberated. We want animals to be free. We want animals to be respected. Okay? Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Like, comment. Let's help with the algorithm. Let's get more people vegan, and let's make this movement grow. Okay? Have an awesome rest of the day. Bye-bye.